Welcome back. We've got round three of Twitch, the Ace TFT Collegiate ladder. Please, I can't talk today. I've got Tyler here with me. How you doing?
I'm doing very well, and I must say, you actually got more of that correct than last time. I'm very
Yeah,
impressed.
more of it correct. It's a confusing title, but yeah. At the moment, we have the top eight of the ladder. We've got the image up right now, I believe. We've got Duckles, G Money, Fishball, Evolvent, Shoxy, Keegan, Patty the Panda, and Sadaharu. So it's pretty exciting. I think in our match coming up, we actually have one of the top eight players playing in there. I believe G Money is in there. Let me check if anyone else is in there.
In fact, G-Money, our second place for the ladder at the moment, is in fact in the game.
Yeah, and Keegan 7 as well. So it's pretty exciting. We'll see how they do. We can probably swap to the game. I think they're getting started now. So
Getting right into getting right into the game this time round. We are having a great game with our
yeah,
competitors Syrup, Card
yep,
Offen, KR Mental, Simp Master, Beethoven, Xiaowu, Keegan 7, and G-Money
yeah.
taking
And
over
just like
the
I said
first round of the
before,
day.
you need to keep a close eye on G Money and Keegan 7 because they're top of the leaderboards right now. Of course we're still only round three, so anything can happen. A few places from other players means they could get to the top of the ladder. Who knows?
Who knows indeed, but hopefully we won't have to find out and we can just watch the glory as it comes in.
Yeah, and just a reminder that since this is TFT and it patches every 2 weeks, we are playing on a different patch from last week. So we're playing on patch 11.12 at the moment.
And there's some big changes that came in this patch, I must say.
Mm-hmm. One really big thing is Cavalier's Spellweavers is not as strong of a comp to Force, where last week we saw a lot of Cavalier Spellweavers. I believe we got three first places with Cavalier Spellweavers.
Every single game, Cavalier Spellweaver. It was very exciting for some people. Definitely not to watch, but it was definitely exciting for the people playing.
Yeah, but
Hopefully,
we're seeing Beethoven over here. Oh,
we're
we
watching Keegan 7 first of all. I'm not sure where you are.
I don't know where I am. Wait, let me correct myself. I'm just
But,
trying to figure out what perspective we're watching.
well, we're watching Beethoven at the moment.
Now we're watching Beethoven. So Beethoven's gotten a brand off of the loot orbs there.
And starting off with just a club. I mean, Brand's a decent start, but just goes to show. Ah, and he sells the brand. Not going the legendary Cavalier Spellweaver straight away.
So Beethoven here can a one star Udyr 1v1 this loot
One
round?
star
Oh,
Udia can 1v1 all three minion
oh
rounds.
really? Oh
Yeah.
really? So it's like Tom
It's
Kench in set 4. Okay.
it's like Tom Kim Step 4. I know there's 3 units that can 1v1. One of them is Udia. I'm pretty sure one of them is Kled, I believe.
Okay.
But
That
I
makes a lot
think
of sense.
But it's just a good start to just get some econ, get some money, get the
Hmm.
ball rolling, especially with another item.
Yeah, here I'm not too sure about it. I'm not sure if he can get money. He
Oh,
might.
he
Because
might. Let's see how the gods roll for him.
I
And
mean, he's got money once already, so it's a really low chance he gets money. But it doesn't really matter because if he doesn't get money from any of this, he can just buy everything. And the reason why, oh, there's a white one. There you go.
a white
So
orb,
he hit
and there we
early
go.
econ.
Early
So the reason why
econ.
he's doing this is exactly for this. He gets an early piece of economy, buys a Callista. All right.
And now I actually want to mention a new item to this patch has actually come, the Reforger.
Yeah, the Reforger. It's new. It's old but new because the
It's
Reforger existed in set 4 as a consumable. So it's a one-time use item, sort of like Nico's help.
one-time use, reroll all items on the champion. And what's good to note, shadow items will always tend to shadow items, and normal items will always tend to normal items.
Yeah,
Potentially being able to save it to reroll on an emblem or on a few parts to make some new items.
definitely. So there's a bit of strategy involved with using it. You can it's mostly random, but you have a little bit of control. And Beethoven here is just playing a Warwick, a Lissandra, and a LeBlanc. So I'm assuming, with the fact that he econned early, he's probably just looking to lose streak all the way to carousel. We'll see what he's trying to get. The fact that he picked up Lissandra and LeBlanc tells me he might be forcing Covenant Assassin, so that's pretty exciting.
Boston Cave and Assassins is one thing, but Syrup with the 2-star Warwick already on board.
Yeah, and I like to mention that Coven Assassin. So in the last patch, they actually nerfed crit damage, not chance damage on every single unit. So the difference between crit chance and crit damage is when you get a crit before you do 150%, I believe, 150% of damage of your original damage,
That would
but
be
now it
correct.
does 130.
That is also correct. And also to note, they also nerfed LeBlanc quite harshly. The stun
Oh
duration going up,
yes,
but the damage going way down.
I remember watching. Oh my god, that's a
That's
two-star
a
Morgana.
that is a 2-star Morgana on 2-2. This
Yeah,
I'm already excited. I can't wait to see how this game will turn out in just a few rounds.
yeah.
But let's just ask, is there any comps you're expecting to see now with the patch changes? Maybe a few
Oh.
more abominations, even though it's got nerfed. Maybe
If I'm
a
gonna say
few
something,
cheeky renewers. Oh, yes.
renewers, yes. I'm expecting Vladimir.
Oh,
Vladimir
yeah.
really big this patch. Like Vladimir got a bit of love, and also like the Archangel staff got buffed.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I remember Mortdog was talking about it in his patch rundown, and he's just like, I feel like this only helps Vladimir and Warwick, but it's okay. This needs to be an item that's used. And every Vladimir one trick everywhere was just like yes.
I'm glad you actually brought that up. I want to see the Warwick come out. As much as I love seeing the free Archangels on Vladimir,
Oh,
seeing them on Warwick is actually huge.
wait,
And
no, I
they'll
remember now. I remember now. Beethoven last week played was a Vladimir one trick.
Yeah, he is a
Now,
legendary Vladimir one trick.
now that we mention it, I'm pretty sure he was a Vladimir one trick. So he's gonna build Archangel staff on Vladimir, and every time he casts, that means his AP is gonna go up. And he's gonna build a shadow staff, which is every time he casts his ability, his health is gonna go up.
Uh,
So eventually,
350% of his mana.
yes. And as the fight goes on, it ramps up so much that you're just like an unkillable beast. You like heal for so much, you got so much health. You're like a tank damage dealer.
Uh,
It's
the
kind of
one
insane.
the one problem with that at the moment though, only having the one Vladimir.
Yeah, it's not an ideal start, especially since he's only got one AP. He really needs a shadow tier. It's really hard to play the comp unless you have shadow seraphs. So we'll see if he gets his shadow tier on this carousel round.
A few more things I want to mention about this patch is definitely the trait changes. Things like Skirmisher going up to
Ooh,
Skirmisher 9, you got Renewer 6 coming out, giving a bit more flexibility, and talking about the Shadow tier.
yes, the shadow tier on the carousel. It goes straight for it. That Lissandra, it is going to make a 2-star Lissandra on his board, which is not ideal because he's going to have to take it off that Lissandra later. But it's still a good start.
It's a good start. As you're saying, it's a bit unfortunate it goes on to Lissandra.
Yeah,
Especially
Mike.
now that he's going to have to sell it if he does want to get that tier onto his Vladimir or Warwick. But
Yep.
hopefully he has an easy way. And there's the Soraka if he does choose to sell to Lissandra.
So I want to see how this comp goes out. I know it has Coven, and he's probably going to grab renewers. I would expect 4 renewers. Um,
The
2 to
comp,
start with, and then like finish with 4.
it will depend on who he chooses to use as his main carry for the comp. If he does choose to switch over to Warwick, traditionally you go 4 bruises plus the
I mean,
Coven for your Warwick.
my
But
guess
it
is
kind of, I'm not sure if you saw this then. Someone else is also building the Renewer comp.
yeah, he is building a renewal comp. I mean, you just sort of build it if you have a 2-star Morgana, right? Getting a 2-star
Yeah,
3 cost early is too good to pass up.
especially someone like Morgana who just has so much general utility. And
Yep, and
unfortunately, the Grievous Wounds coming in just to stop the healing from both Renewers and Warwick.
yeah, a lot of damage pumping out of that Lissandra. Just so many 1,000 dagger casts coming out of her, and just like applying Morello to everything.
Uh,
Yeah,
going just
we'll stay on this
oh,
perspective to see if when Beethoven decides to roll down. I'm assuming it's right after Krugs. I
I'd
want to see if he,
assume
because I
I
haven't played this comp myself. I want to see if he slow rolls after Krugs, or I want to see if he hard rolls.
Genuinely, if you want to try and smash out your free cost 1 star, you just try and save up as much money, and you don't even want to like fast roll after you do Krugs. You want to just get to 5
Yep.
and then slow roll continuously for your 2 stars and 1 stars.
Yep.
And then you also have the higher chance of getting your Morgana. And you also have the slight chance of getting a 4 star, which allows you to pivot your comp if
Yep.
you need to change it.
Yep. Because my only thought is, right now he's taking a lot of damage early.
He, he is taking a lot of damage, but as been shown last week, he has been able to make a comeback if he can get the right items. But right now
Definitely.
he's missing 4 out of 6 items for either his Vladimir or Warwick. Maybe even
Hmm.
building it Lissandra if he's feeling a
I
little bit
mean,
pricey.
after having the Shadow Archangels and the normal Archangels, he could just put both chain vests together and make a refracted Bramble vest.
Ooh, that's a huge loss for him, losing no HP but still continuing the loss streak into the Crocus round. I think we
Yeah,
will
but a 5 loss streak is great here for him because he gets so much money to just roll for Vladimir
indeed. I
or
think
Warwick.
after we finish this Croc round, would you think we would switch perspectives to another player?
Yeah. Okay. We can do that.
Do a little cheeky sneak across the board, see what other players are building?
I'm pretty interested in G Money personally. Oh, that rod is big.
There we go.
Just needs a tier.
Let's see the great gods of RNG give him the tiers he needs. Let it cry a river. And that's a chain vest, not the worst item. He can build a
I think that's
bramble.
really good.
And that's 2 4 cost units.
That's a lot of money for rolling.
That's that's potentially good. But for now, I say, do you want to switch over to G Money?
Yeah, I want to see G Money like being top of the ladder. I'm expecting big things out of this man. Not
Okay.
top of the ladder, second on the ladder.
Second
Uh,
on the ladder. Now let's see G
oh,
Money building a nice redeem comp.
very,
Personally, one of my favorites.
it's a very dark blue buff on the Syndra. I'm wondering where that's gonna go. It could go to Rise. I see that Nunu on the bench with A bomb. Um, I
I want
doubt.
to say it'll be on the Syndra. I personally really like Very Dark Blue buff on Syndra, because if you can get her low, she's tanky enough from Redeem, and she can just spew out ability after ability, plus the damage just coming out. Once again from the Redeem
Definitely.
buff.
Yeah. Like I saw it. And I was just like, yes, to Syndra because I just to out myself here. I haven't played a lot of comps in the last week. I've been spamming 6 redeemed because it's fun with Syndra
6
carry.
redeemed is so fun. And look at that Syndra damage right there. 5,000 nearly, only 3 off. Getting the Shadow Cloak or Rico Bow. Both decent
My
options.
thought
That's
would
a
be Shadow Cloak, right?
Shadow Cloak would be the better item. Potentially making stuff like Shadow Zephyr, Shadow QSS, Shadow Bloodthirster at the moment.
I
But
don't think it's clear. Shadow Bloodthirster did get buffed, I believe, but it's been widely known as the worst Shadow item. Just because normal Bloodthirst is so much better. Um,
technically, Shadow Bloodthirster got buffed, but it can also be as a nerf in some situations for a specific strategy.
yeah.
Which was the very dark blue buff start, where you just have 2 Shadow Bloodthirsters knocking you down by 66% HP and allowing the champion just to get their abilities off immediately.
Mm-hmm.
But
I want
take
to see where G Money's comp is going. I don't know. Is this a Draven?
that's a Draven coming out.
Yeah, I mean the early Draven, the 5% Draven on level 6 could just build around Draven. Draven Mordekaiser and friends is always a nice comp.
It is a nice comp, but G Money now getting hit very hard from first place.
Yeah, he was win streaking for quite a bit. Well,
Unfortunately,
that's the end of a 6 win streak, I think. Maybe
that would be
5.
no, he seemed to have 98 HP, so that would have been a 5 win streak, if I believe.
Yes, 5. That's correct.
Something I want to mention here is that could be a Shadow Bloodthirster, but in the worst case, it could be a Shadow Runans for the Draven. An
I
item
think
I
Shadow Runans is a good choice.
especially with the IE, just being able to get those crits off continuously.
The way I look at this, so sometimes like when I look at people's boards, I think about what I would build if I was in that situation, right?
Yeah,
And my first thought is the Giant's Belt goes to Warmogs. The Shadow Cloak goes to Caustic Quicksilver, and both of those goes on Mordekaiser. And then the recurve bow turns into some sort of attack speed item for Draven. Not to say that G Money is gonna go there because, like, let's be frank, G Money's a lot better of a player than I am, but
his
that's where my mind is going right now. And we're going into the carousel round, so we can see what exactly he picks up from the carousel, and then that will be able to tell us where he's going.
indeed, and the mind of such a good player is an enigma to us lowly beings. But
Very
something on
much
the
an enigma.
very much enigma. Something to mention there. That was a Shadow Runehands on a Nunu, potentially
Yeah.
signaling that Syrup is looking to go A bomb.
Could be A
Maybe,
bomb.
maybe into something even more cheekier. But thinking about it, there's not many champions which do go Shadow Runehands, and besides Draven or a Ranger comp.
Uh I mean, there's Draven, there's Ranger comps, there's also Riven. Um, and then Yasuo can grab Shadow Runehands, like not because like, oh, like I really like Shadow Runehands. It's a oh, I didn't get Runehands, so it's it's really sad. But I think Shadow Runehands on Yasuo still works, despite the fact that the bolts don't apply on hit.
You just
Um,
reminded me that Riven got nerfed this patch, and that
all
makes
right,
me a little bit sad.
so G Money went for the glove, and then he settled for the Giant's belt. That tells me he is probably going for Draven Mordekaiser and friends.
Which I heavily
Warmog
respect.
Slam. Yep. That this is definitely Draven Mordekaiser and friends. That like I don't have a
Uh,
doubt about it. We'll see if he's able to get there. So now we can see where he shapes his comp around. My question is, where's that very dark blue buff going?
uh, I guess in a comp like that, Very Dark Blue buff potentially could be used on a support unit in the backline. It could be used on something
Mm-hmm.
like Rice just to continuously pump out once he gets under half HP. But
Yep.
besides that, it's quite an awkward
Ooh.
item to put on the comp. And there we go.
Rise is definitely a good choice. I did not think about Rise, yes, but here is the Warwick that Beethoven's playing. The lose streak inting early with the Warwick, and that Warwick is healing so much as he casts and Sindra throws him away. We'll see
One
this
thing
Warwick's
to
able to get another cast because if he gets another cast, he's probably going to wipe out the entire board out of G
no,
Money. Never mind, it
bad
attacked the
Leona is
Leona.
too tanky. One thing
Oh,
I
he's
do want
about
to
to cast
note,
again.
I
Wait,
have played this comp before. Leona is Warwick's worst nightmare because of the damage reduction.
yeah,
Unless he
both
has to.
times. It felt like both times that Warwick casted, just like you said, Leona was the worst nightmare of Warwick because Leona's ability came out and you just don't get to kill me. And then
Well,
where Warwick really goes well is all those resets. Sorry, you can go ahead.
no. I was just going to say, the resets, yes, very important for Warwick. But the main problem, and that's a freestyle Warwick, but the one problem still remains.
What is
Has
that?
his tankiness, he has his HP, he's getting more HP. He doesn't have the scaling damage with just the normal Archangels.
Yeah, definitely. And
Beethoven needs to find a tier 5, and that's a set.
that's a 3-star set coming out of Simp Master here. Sindra's gonna pick up that Warwick, but Warwick's just gonna dash right back. The front line is gone, and so
Oh
is the
my
back line. The Draven's
lord.
gonna cast again and destroy that Draven's health.
That set just punching through everything. A-bomb not even needing to go off.
3-star set AoE, just big line damage, just straight down into through your front line and your back line. And he's tanky. He does everything. Does your taxes.
He does your taxes, he does your finances. Hey, he even punches the tax collector for you so you don't need to pay him.
Yeah.
That was really bad. I am sorry. Anyway.
No, I dig it. It's fine. So
Ah,
Wolves,
thank you.
let's see what items come out here. G Money is probably gonna be very happy with a glove or a Caustic Quicksilver. A lot of recurve bow items can go in Draven. Last Whisper is really nice to pair with the Eye Edge. Queen Suze is really
And that's
nice.
Riven. And
There's the glove.
there's the Quicksilver. And there's I actually want to say a Last Whisper I really like on Draven. Because it's like you
Wait.
hit him once, you get the ability, and then you hit him again.
Sorry, I'm surprised he's not putting in the Riven for Legionnaire because that Draven does not have a Legionnaire buff. But aside from that, I literally named 2 items: Caustic Quicksilver, Last Whisper. They come immediately. It's just like, hey, you called.
You asked for the gloves. You got the gloves.
You
And
got the
going
gloves.
going to the new round, do you want to switch to someone else? We can come back to G Money later to see how his adventure is going. But I
Yeah.
kind of want to see how Kart is going at the bottom of the leaderboard. What is happening down there?
All right, let's take a swap over.
Let's go see what Kart is doing.
I so just as a reminder, we are watching Discord streams because TFT does not have its spectate function. But
Right, please help us. We are just
yes,
poor lowly beings. And the
so
5
cards open.
Hellions.
5 Hellion comp, 2 Spellweaver, 2 Knight.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely not bad. It's definitely a standard Hellion comp. It's just, it
The
doesn't look
issue.
like.
You can continue.
No, I want to look at this full board for a second. Yep, I see the issue right there.
Revenant.
That's a Revenant trait. That is really strong. Unfortunately, he does not have a Revenant to play with this.
Oh, my question is Revenant stronger or Renewer? Because that's the real choice you have to make
Revenant.
there, right? No,
No,
because no. Because Revenant, like, hear me out. Revenant in the past, you would go Revenant like no question about it, right? But there's a new chase traits out in the last patch. You know what that means? Revenant 4 is suddenly an option. Renewer 6 is suddenly an option, and Renewer 6 is so strong once you hit it. But the issue is Kartolfin has no health whatsoever, and he's playing the Hellion comp.
yeah,
Something's gone wrong here.
he has no health. His Ziggs is still level 1. His cannon is level 1. The main thing about Hellions is you need to hyper roll the Ziggs. You need to hyper roll your units. 3-star Kled, 3-star Poppy. Either one. You just need something strong to carry you through to Teemo, where the true damage starts to begin.
Hyper rolling is definitely a doable strat, but as you said, you do need Teemo. Like the end goal of this comp is usually Teemo, but Teemo, as we all know, costs 6 health to buy instead of gold. So with
Well,
15 HP, buying 6 health is like almost half your health bar.
this is definitely, he needs to either go all in on another comp or just completely roll down now. Try and find some 3-stars. Try and find some 2-stars.
Yep,
It's
definitely.
not looking too good for him. I'll be honest
Could
with
definitely
you.
transition. He's 25 HP down on the next person up.
And there's a Rel.
That Rel might help a little bit.
That Rel will definitely add some tankiness, I guess.
The Ironclad's good. I think Rel's always good utility. I think the Spellweaver doesn't really matter as much because the Ziggs is level 1. Like Spellweaver is usually one of the better traits to tag onto 5 Hellion, but that Ziggs is level 1. I feel like he's not doing a lot of damage in the first place.
Nah, not a lot of damage, especially with only a Rage Blade and Shadow Recav bow.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't like the fact that he's not rolling here because he's got to find some Ivans to stabilize this comp. Like with a 1-star cannon and a 1-star Ziggs as your carries, that's not gonna work.
He needs to find some Ivans. He needs to find something. Maybe even his 3-star Lulu. Maybe.
Yeah.
I do agree. Try and find the Ivan. Try and find the Nocturne. Get your Revenants up to 3 like super fast.
It's definitely not ideal because he does want to go to level 8 to look for Heimerdinger and Teemo, but it's so hard here. And he's might just be dead. No,
he's
9
still
HP.
alive. Barely surviving the Sussy Rocker, but that is actually the official name for that build, by the way.
Really?
Don't know if you knew. Yeah, the Sussy
I
Rocker.
did not know.
Yeah, just full damage.
Can't buy any more Teemos, but here's a Teemo on the
Teemo.
carousel. On the stage 4 carousel, this is the first carousel where you can buy Teemo, but there's also a Spatula. Probably can't go for 7 Hellion anyway. The Teemo is probably the right choice here. I think grabbing that Spatula is completely troll.
I think the Spatula could be better on other units, but he only had Chain Vest and Giant's Belt, if I recall correctly, which is Dawnbringer or Ironclad. Not the best.
But so for a lot of Hellion players, you can get saved by it's the Teemo on the stage 4 carousel if you are in the spot. But realistically, you do want to have more health here. I'm expecting the Ziggs sell. Ooh, he's rolling down.
He needs to sell his Ziggs. He needs to find an Ivan. If he cannot find the Ivan here, he's in a bit of trouble. But if he does, this could completely turn the game around. Get this Curse Static Shiv. Get the Curse. Yep.
All right.
Okay.
He just needs the Ivan to stabilize.
He needs something to put in.
Nocturne. Oh, there's an... All right. We'll see if Kartolfin's able to live this. If
That
not,
is a big
Dolphin is going
spot.
hard 8. Oh, but here's the 3-star set with the A-bomb spatula, 4 A-bomb on the board.
We can
That's
only
so
trust in Teemo. In
that's so
Teemo we trust.
scary.
In
But Teemo
Teemo we
has
fall.
no damage. He's got attack speed, but he's not gonna one-shot that set, and that set's gonna keep punching and punching. And here
Pop,
comes
it
the
doesn't.
A-bomb right to the Teemo. Revenant's gonna pop.
But Descent is falling. Descent's GA is finally popped. The anti-healing from Nocturne coming out clutch. The Sunfire actually winning him the fight.
Yeah, the grievous wounds coming off of Sunfire, and that Teemo lived till the end.
Well,
But
there we go.
it's just one bad fight, and Carl Dolphin's in 8th. It's not a good spot. Ooh, the
Oh, that's the
Rel.
Rel too. That's actually huge. Yeah, you're right.
Things are turning around.
It's not the best up. I do not.
Oh, wait, but he's got to move that Rel. Usually, you want
has
to put
to
the
move
Rel on
Rel.
the opposite side of your carry because she always she
Charge.
does a shield around her and she does a shield around the unit that's furthest from her. There we go. Move the Rel to the other side. So this way, the Rel, the furthest unit from her, is Teemo. So she'll put her stun around Teemo. It's so much utility. So good for getting assassins off of your unit.
And here's the Warwick. As
Oh,
long
but
as
the
Teemo doesn't take damage, he should be fine. But that
Pulling the Teemo right into the Warwick. The Warwick casts and just instantly one-shots the Teemo. Revenant goes off.
And that's-
Teemo's throwing out attacks, but Warwick kills Teemo. Warwick's resetting. Warwick's getting health. Warwick's getting tanky and buff. And he's got so much health right now.
that's the end of the story, I'm afraid. I do not. He cannot kill this Warwick.
So many
Luckily, he
resets.
doesn't have the Zera.
Teemo. No, Lulu.
Wait, no, wait. The anti-healing going off. Warwick could die here.
Warwick
As
could
tanky
die.
as he is. He's dead. The cannon, the Nocturne, just the burns. I do not know
burn
how
was crazy.
is alive.
The reason why that Warwick died was because the stuns kept going out. Rel stun, cannon stun into the Lulu Whimsy.
This is just. I am excited.
Living on a thread's edge at the moment. Gets to Raptors, gets so much more items. He's gonna get stronger as well.
But there's one thing, there's only one situation where he can really come back here. He needs to find a Nico's help here. And on that vein, he needs to get 2 more Teemos.
How's he gonna get 2 more Teemos? Because he's got 6 HP, remember?
He needs to survive this entire round. Get to Carousel. Somehow find another Teemo. That's the Ivan.
He needs the 2-star Teemo if he wants to get first place. Probably.
Yeah,
right?
no,
But
he's not playing for first. This is not a playing for first game.
Yeah,
this is a game where
he's playing for first. I think with the 1-star Teemo, especially since he's hit this Ivan, he might be able to get top 4.
He might be able to top 4. I do not agree with putting Ivan in the front row. I am sorry.
No, Ivan in the front row is great because he usually lives long enough, especially with the locket. So he starts charging mana, and then Daisy comes out faster. It's
Definitely
weird
comes out faster
because Ivan has a range of 2. But him taking damage means Daisy comes out faster, which means you get a bigger front line. And that Daisy stun is huge and pivotal to the start of fights because that Daisy knocked up so much. And this Teemo is just chugging away. Shrooms out.
I actually want to say that he's versing G-Money. And those items are not on a Mordekaiser. That is a Hecarim.
Yeah, G-Money's gonna fall. G-Money's still level 7. The last time we left G-Money, he was at level 7. So I think he's been rolling for a bit. Maybe he wasn't able to find any units.
He's on 50 gold, slow rolling. Don't know what he's fighting for. And the shot coming. Loaded dice is not that good here. He could save it for the Ivan too, and he's choosing it.
Yeah, loaded dice for Ivan.
No, that was.
Ivans. Oh, I like it. I like it.
I like it, but I think he should have waited for a bit more money in case he found the 2 Ivans.
He has 1 Ivan on the bench. He only needed 1.
He only needed 1?
He only needed 1. He has 1 on the bench.
Oh, I didn't see that. My bad.
He's just waiting for the upgrade. Yeah, the reason why I like loaded dice before anything else is because he doesn't have a spare component. If he grabs a component, all he's getting is he moving the Rel?
He's moving the Rel to the other side. No, he's not moving the Rel.
Anyway, what I was saying was he doesn't have a component, so he can't make a full item anyway.
Oh,
2 Ivan might be able to carry you into top 4, and we're gonna see his matchup against Syrup with an A-bomb spatula. I think that's 3 A-bombs on the board. I count, and that's a 4 spell weaver.
But depending, no, that's for 5 A-bombs.
Yeah, but Teemo destroys Spellweaver comps, and
Indeed.
and I'd
But
just like to note that Scion, he charged into the front, but the A-bomb nerf's coming out. He's not able to charge through the entire team.
I
He can
just want
only
to say,
charge through 2 units.
I'm not sure if you noticed, Xiaowu is dead.
Ooh,
Xiaowu is dead. Syrup is on 1 HP.
that's not an eighth, boys.
This is not an 8th game. Sipmaster barely surviving as well. Xiaowu, who was on the verge of death before anyone else, making a comeback.
Oh,
What
no
is and how
Ivans.
this? No Ivans.
Even despite the fact of no Ivans, I think Kartoffeln can still make top 4. But there's a very big chance that Kartoffeln will still
Oh
die.
no, that Warwick found his tier. I just
Yeah.
realized this is
I don't
going to be a hard game for
if he
Toffin
runs
to
into
come back
Sassy
from.
Raka here. I think Sassy Raka is the one he wants to avoid.
Yeah.
KR Mentors?
Oh no, the
Oh,
Sassy Raka has evolved into a Karma. Luckily, Karma does not have any mana items, but with the buff on ability damage and not having a Gunblade, this Karma could easily just be one shot.
yeah, the 1-star Karma. And that Teemo is still chugging away. Nothing to run onto the Teemo as Teemo's going to tear through the front line of KR Mentals. What is that? I think that's a
That's
Ivan with
Ivan.
Bring the Stack.
Yeah, Ivan with Dawnbringer GA not moving.
Kartoffeln. Taking damage out of KR Mentals. Give me back my Ivans. I deserve them.
The hero of this story is coming out.
The
Not
one
from the
upgrade we
front, but
need.
from the back. And 2 more players have died. Both Syrup and Simpmaster have
So
fallen.
good. Heimerdinger? Can he fit Heimerdinger here?
Heimerdinger would not be worth it. He does get to renew his for Ivan. And the Wraith Blade is an amazing item, but he's
No.
going for the Shadow Trap Claw, which I respect.
Okay, the Banshee's Claw. I do like that idea. I like it better
Oh
than the
yeah.
Ivan.
They
The
call it
Banshee's
Banshee's
Claw.
Claw now. I hate
Extra
that name.
extra protection for the Teemo. Because it can give Teemo that spell shield that's so useful. But also, yes, it did get renamed from Vengeful Trapclaw to Banshee's Claw.
Yeah,
Last
I
patch.
like Vengeful Trap Claw. Look, I respect that they changed the name, but I kindly ask for them to change it back, please.
Give me back my
Give me back my Vengeful Trap Claw. I do not want no Banshees garbage in my TFT. I have very weak opinions on this, as you might tell. But the best
Yes.
thing about this Trap Claw is it prevents anything like Fresh from just tugging the
Ooh.
back on. And that's a Teemo.
That is a Teemo, but I'm also watching the positioning of those two assassins. The LeBlanc and Nocturne are right on that Teemo, but the Banshee's Claw is going to come in clutch right here, but the Teemo gets one shot by the Thresh Hook. Oh no,
Oh
Teemo's
no.
Dolphin has
think
no more damage out. That Cannon is the only carry left, but he's probably not going to do anything as the Teemo, the Warwick starts to
Teemo
reset.
fight has come and now it is gone. The Warwick fully stacked, fully
Oh,
powerful.
and these
Look
are
at the
perfect
healing.
resets. He's going to
Watch
get
the
Whimsy
healing
for a
and
bit.
damage. Look at it.
Oh,
Warwick just consuming the entire team, and that's the end of our hero. Managing
bottom
to get
four.
5th place though, can I just say, from last place, 9 HP, to 5th place.
I was expecting an eighth. I'll be real. I was expecting an eighth, but that clutch Teemo on the carousel, and we're gonna swap perspectives to, I believe. Let's check at Keegan 7 because they're at the top of the lobby. No, never mind. I don't think we can check Keegan 7. They're not offering a perspective for us, so
How
let's look
about
at
we go?
Beethoven.
I was going to say Cam Mentals, but let's go back to Beethoven
We
for a
can go to
second.
Mentals. Oh, okay. So we can check Keegan. Sorry, my bad. Let's check Keegan.
Just baiting me once again, my good friend Vinny.
This is what happens when he has a different name in the Discord as like in game.
And that is a newer redeemed Morgana, by the way, going invisible, coming back out. Oh,
Yes.
the Draven having that.
Rapid Fire Cannon,
That
Infinity Edge,
cannon.
Last Whisper. And what did I say? The Caustic Quicksilver and the Warmogs was going on Mordekaiser. That Hecarim was just an item holder.
Yeah, but something even scarier. That is a forgotten Mordekaiser.
Yeah,
That
forgot
is
him.
that's 2 free stacks. And there's the cursed blue buff on the rise.
Yeah, so that's 3 stacks when you include the very dark blue buff. I like to
Just
note
needs
King
one
7 is
more.
level 9. He's got a 15% rolling chance for level 5s, but he's also got 2 Heimerdingers. So that second Heimerdinger probably means that Keegan 7's gonna do crazy amounts of damage.
I do like that little Heimerdinger he has there. Hope,
Uh,
but these items do not work well for him. He gets the
Dawnbringer.
Dawnbringer. He gets the Dawnbringer for his Soraka and one other unit. I'm
No,
guessing
no.
Darius?
I do not agree. Dawnbringer is big. Trapclaw is big for Warwick. There's 2 Warwicks left in this game.
There's 2 Warwicks left in the game, right?
You can slam it mid fight and you can stun the Warwick and it just stops the Warwick in his track. I think it's really big. Stopping the
That's really
Warwick
good.
from getting its first reset
Ooh,
off is
talking
huge.
talking about big, the Kindred coming out potentially 4
Hmm.
Mystics if he chooses to replace that.
Even bigger than 4 Mystics, you can put the Kindred in and the Kindred will stop things from getting one shot by Warwick.
Yeah.
It can stop Warwick one sets, but the Rise is going to be what Keegan opts
I
to
want to
put
see
in.
this. I want to see this Last Whisper and Frozen Heart being put on this. Never mind. I
Oof.
want to see this Last Whisper go onto the Darius since his skill does do physical damage and scale with the Last Whisper, but he chooses not to actually.
Yeah, I mean, Banshee's Claw is definitely an option. I don't think Banshee's Claw stops Warwick because it does not stun, but that Warwick's coming out. I think he got stunned by something.
Uh, the interaction with Banshee's Claw is you can still fight, but Warwick still does the damage.
Yeah, and he still heals, right?
Yeah, and as it said in Yu-Gi-Oh, you still take
Oh.
the damage. You're still going to lose because you have to kill this Warwick or disable him.
I didn't know Warwick was in Yu-Gi-Oh, but that
Oh,
the
wait,
teammate
wait.
animation coming out clutch. KR Mentals also died on the right side there. 10 damage for Keegan 7. Can he find this Heimerdinger 2? That's what he needs.
That's what he needs. I don't know why he put the other jeweled gauntlet on his Heimerdinger and not just put all the items on the one with items, but you know.
Yeah, Volley Bear here. We'll see if he's able to grab a second Volley Bear. I don't think he has enough money to roll for it.
Yeah,
I like that.
replacing the Soraka with his Mystics. I
5 Mystic though.
I would actually say I would rather have the Soraka than the Lulu.
I would rather have I would rather have the Soraka than that Rise because that Rise is not offering any traits. He's got 5 Mystic. There's no 5 Mystic trait.
There's no 5 Mystic trade. Yeah,
And he didn't
definitely.
sell the Ivan. He didn't grab Ivan 2 either.
Yeah, could have. That's what I was saying. Could I agree with you actually. Thinking about it a bit more. Sell the Rise, grab the Ivan, keep the Soraka,
Ooh.
who actually gives you 4 renewers.
The Mordekaiser bonked the Heimerdinger. I don't think unless
No,
that Darius doesn't clutch this out. Is he dead?
yep, he is dead.
Oh.
Keegan 7's out, and Beethoven wins the whole thing.
Yeah, Beethoven
We didn't even get to watch the final match.
with the
Oh
War
no.
Hero. I mean, we
Well,
watched Keegan die to a clone, so.
we watched Keegan die to the clone. Beethoven smashing out first place, with Keegan in second, G Money third, and KI Mentals taking out fourth. But what an exciting game.
Yes.
I
It
just want
was
to say, I am so proud of Cutoff and respect going all the way from 8th to 5th in a game where it seems near impossible to even keep going.
yes, it was definitely bad of me to write him off, but who can blame me when he was all the way at 9 HP? But he just lived for what? From 4-3 carousel all the way past the next carousel, so that would have been 5 rounds.
I think he lived a bit more than 5 rounds. I'm pretty sure he died 4-1. Or
Okay,
what he was meant to die 4-1.
I'm just getting informed right now that we'll probably try to get Beethoven in for an interview if he's willing.
Oh, I would love to hear that. Let's try and get Beethoven in here.
I don't think I see Beethoven right now.
He is currently disappeared, currently messaging him to see if he does want to talk. But anyway, what are your
The
final thoughts on the game?
Yep. I mean, it was what I've expected out of this patch. I expected a lot of Vladimir, a lot of Warwick, and like I saw the Vladimir, the Archangel's buff, and I was just thinking Beethoven's like rolling over and just like having so much fun right now. But Beethoven has joined the channel. Hello, Beethoven.
Hello.
What
Hello.
an epic game that was from Vladimir last week to Warwick this week.
How are
Yep.
you feeling?
I'm feeling insane because holy shit, Warwick was insane. Oh,
Yeah. Warwick, the reset's off. I believe you got most of your items early and you just really needed a
Mhm.
tier, didn't you?
yeah. Either that or I had to go for a Shadow Ionic, but I'm not sure if Shadow Ionic would have made me win.
No, I don't think the Shadow Ionic would have gone you window, but those Archangels just mwah, chef's kiss.
Yeah,
Oh.
you got that walk in record time. We actually swapped off of your perspective before we got to see you get the 3-star Warwick. Were you slow rolling or did you roll down?
I was just slow rolling the whole time.
Slow rolling, so
Mhm.
50 gold.
Yeah.
Yeah. So can we expect more Warwick Vladimirs out of you this week?
Yeah, I'm only two tricking those comps,
Yeah.
even in
Oh
normal
no.
ranked.
Hey, you've upgraded from 1 tricking Vladimir last week to 2 tricking Vladimir Warwick this week.
Yeah.
And if you're
Because
gonna
they
2
both use
trick
the
any
same
comps,
items, and it's great.
yeah, exactly. If you're gonna 2 trick any comp, Vladimir or Warwick plus Coven.
But
Yep.
I have to ask, man, how did you feel like halfway through that game? Was there any points where you're like, oh, I can actually lose this?
Uh, right. I mean, if Raptors didn't give tier, I would 100% lose. That's all that was in my brain. That was it.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm guessing the tier came for you in the end, judging by
Yeah.
the fact that you got a first place.
Mm-hmm.
the
You
gods
can
smiling upon you once again somehow.
you can hear the glee on that, man. All right, we're gonna let you head off to your next match, get a break in. We're going to probably go to a little break before we start our next match. Sure. Sorry, I'm
Well,
just talking to my
before we go
producer.
to the commercials, if we even have any this time around, let's have a look at what happened in the other games. That was the 21st match that we saw this time round. Looking over at match 19, we have the winner Saikin, second place Shockey, and third place to first place in the overall ladder, Duckles. A surprise upset. Following Fishbowl, Evolved, Pretty the Panda, Truth, and Sadaharu.
I mean, it's a little bit of a surprise, but when you consider the level of play in that lobby, like the names you just named off: Shoxy, Duckles, Fishball, Evolvent, Paddy the Panda, Sadaharu. 6 names. All of those are on the leaderboard as well. So Duckles was definitely against cream of the crop and still managed to get out of third. That's still amazing.
That is still a great victory. And going to match 20, our boy Wetqueef picking it up in first place, followed by 3-0. Frame TFT, his first real appearance in the ladder. Can we get a round of applause? Wojix, Chogo, Eddie Chun, Antmo, and Feng Xiao Jie all rounding out the ladder. I probably butchered that name, and I want to apologize to everyone.
That's fine. I'm not sure if you heard my woo. I don't think my mic picked it up, but woo! Frame TFT. So for everyone that knows, Frame TFT was about to get DQ'd because they didn't show up for the first 2 rounds. And so that's the first match they played.
And hey, we got money on that he'll reverse sweep this whole tournament, and by the looks of it, it
I-
could happen.
Wait, you have money. I don't have any money on the line whatsoever.
I don't have any money anymore if this goes badly, but you know.
like I mentioned it, like Frame TFT top 8 would be it would be an amazing story, like a Cinderella story, but
Okay.
realistically, he has a huge mountain to climb. He's got to keep getting first place after first place.
There's actually something I want to note here, which I just realized. Going back to match 19, a three-star Mordekaiser got first place. An A-bomb three-star Mordekaiser managing to get first place. I am so proud of Saikin right now.
Yeah, 3-star Mordekaiser. I mean, you just win, right?
You just
Especially if you
win.
have items, yeah.
You don't even need items. You just look at the enemy, you just bonk. You just
Mhm.
win. It's just that simple.
Yep. So, yeah, I think that was our first third out of Duckles. He's only gotten first and second in every single match. So first, third, or still consistent top 4. So
So
definitely,
consistent top 3 at the moment, not even top 4.
definitely a name to look out for. My other names to look out for are Shoxy and Fishball. I believe Shoxy is. If I'm going off of what I saw off of his Twitch account, he's ranked 17. I'm not sure how I'm not sure how accurate that is, or if he's still ranked 17, but I saw it somewhere.
Ah, well, we can dig into that and find out the true information soon if you would like.
Yeah. Um,
Okay, we shall dig
I,
into that for you.
all right. So, do we have our next match up and ready, or should we go to a break?
Well, I'd say let's give the players a little bit of a break, a little bit of time to recover from the previous games, let them settle in, let them go toilet. And I have to say, let's give our viewers a little time to get up from the seats, go toilet, get some more water, and then we can come back fresh and recovered for our next games.
Stay hydrated, kids.
Stay
Bye.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the second round.
Yeah, I think we're back and welcome back to the second round. They sort of like started early on us, so we're starting off here, and we've got no river sprites. So for anyone that doesn't know, I've been going to every single stream lobby. It's just like, yo, where my river sprites at? River sprite gang.
We got a free river sprite and one house sprite this game. So, you know what? We take those.
And Godiva running that eternal hushtail, I believe. I might be wrong about the prefix, but the first word, but yeah, the Yasuo off of the loot orb is really strong. Like getting any 3-star off of a loot orb is really nice. But
It gives you a nice opportunity to decide if you want to sell it for econ or if you actually want to go and use it.
I'm a big fan of playing Yasuo early. I think with one Legionnaire buff, he can just carry through stage 1. Personally, like Legionnaire Nightbringer, you can carry through stage 1.
I think most free stars can carry through stage 1 though, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair. But he Yasuo is not the same as A-Bomb because like A-Bomb is like, A-Bomb? Sorry, I mean Nunu. Because with Nunu you can get a 3-star A-Bomb like on stage 1.
Not even a champion anymore, just like, oh yeah, it's A-Bomb.
Nunu is the abomination. He was Frankenstein's monster all along, but it looks like Godiva here. Starting with a cover renewal setup, I do notice that off the starting carousel, we weren't able to see it, but off the starting carousel, someone did pick up a Vladimir with a tear on it.
Ooh, that'll be exciting to see. And how rude of us. I just realized we have not introduced our contestants for this round.
All right, go ahead.
Oh, I get the honor again. Oh, how lovely. Now, I want to stay up. We actually have the legend himself, Frame TFT, in this game. Following up, we also have Jinx is not flat, Godiva, who we are watching right now, Vignesh KR, Eddie One Tune, Syrup, Free Zero, and KR Muffin. Kato Offen. Kartoffeln. Thank you.
There we go. And Godiva, like abandoning a lot of those early possible starts, especially like the Legionnaire. So it looks like Godiva is really looking for that Vladimir with no Vladimir items right now. If he doesn't get a Shadow Tear or Shadow Rod off the armory, the stage 2 armory, thing might look a little bit rough. But Vignesh here has a really weak board. 3 redeemed, but not going to do much.
That's free redeemed, but doesn't have any of the stronger early game redeems like Aatrox or Varus to really push him
Varus
through.
especially. Redeemed in stage 2, not very strong. It can work, but it's not one of the stronger boards. Like
Yeah,
early, you're looking for boards like Vladimir with Nightbringer is strong. Like a 2-star Vladimir with Nightbringer is strong. You also have got the classic Brawler Assassins.
Ooh, Shadow Tear.
Shadow Tier. There we go.
Oh, that's a Warlock. Both of them are pretty good options, not gonna lie.
I'm surprised he's taking so long to think about this. I mean, he doesn't have any rods.
I mean, he thinks about it faster than me, because all I go is, I see shadow item, I take shadow item.
Ooh, but the Riven in the shop.
That's big.
Riven and Yasuo are both 3-star Legionnaires. So if he finds Aatrox here, he can get 4 Legionnaires in. That's a really strong early board as well. And it's not one you're gonna see early. It's not one you're gonna see often. Warmogs that can go into Mordekaiser later.
It could go into Mordekaiser. One thing I do want to know, that also does not allow him to go into Zeke's Herald, which is quite a strong item, especially with the early Riven and Yasuo to work with.
It is definitely a strong item.
I'm kind of curious to see how this goes out, but Seraph seemingly building the Gragas, the Warwick, Katarina, and Kha'Zix assassin brawlers.
This is what I was talking before. Brawler Assassin, where you just have Kha'Zix to pair with the Gragas. You get a Brawler on, and then you grab another Assassin just to give Kha'Zix the Assassin buff. And just because the 2 Dawnbringers in is really strong, Gragas is really strong too with early game with the Dawnbringer buff. And then Kha'Zix just like one-shots a backline when there's not many units around to protect from the Kha'Zix.
Yeah.
But I'm hearing that we probably have to swap perspectives, although I would love to see Godiva's perspective. We have to move on. Let's move on to Frame TFT.
Okay, let's go watch some Frame TFT. And going into it, and okay, we seem to have another redeemed board, but this time with a Varus, the Aatrox, and the Leona.
I do like this redeemed board. 2-star Poppy is nice. It's not super strong.
It's not super strong, but the Knights, does make it stronger than the previous one with Deluxe and Syndra.
I mean, well, we've been saying that Knights has probably one of the a lot weaker than it can be for an early game trait. Um, Definitely needs a little bit of a buff. But the two-star
Oh,
Poppy here is probably going to do some work, and the Varus is definitely really strong. But that Callista, the straight angle straight to that Varus, Frame
I
TFT
mean,
taking so much damage.
I do agree that Knights feels a little weak, but it did get nerfed down for a reason. But that Callista ate through the entire board.
Yeah, it did get nerfed down, especially at 6, but even at 2 or 4, it does feel very weak for an early game comp. But Chainfest, Shadow, Cloak, Spatula is an option.
I wanted to see that spat get picked up early for the potential of turning into something stronger. But the Shadow tier is a strong item, especially if you're building Varus.
Yeah, Hand of Vengeance, really, really strong item on Varus. So this does unlock ranges for Frame TFT, which is probably where I expect this to go. The other big thing about picking up that Shadow tier is you deny all of the Warwick Vladimir players in the game.
Which is the best thing to do, especially against Warwick Vladimir's in every single one of these games so far.
So far, we've only had one. Let's be real.
We've only had one, but considering last week as well,
Yep.
I'm I can't wait till they
Ooh,
finally disappear. Not gonna
Jinx is not
lie.
Jinx is not flat with the 5 Hellion board.
Oh,
That's an early 5 Hellion. Stage 2 5. Static Shiv. Or was that Stiletto?
I mean that's what you need on Hellions. Get the early 5 Hellions, and then
Oh,
you. Oh, and that 6 actually
every
has the
time
right
I talk
item.
about someone, we're seeing them run away. We'll see the static stiletto is able to do any work for Jinx is not flat here. That
Yep.
damage is coming out into the background. Kennen stuns only the Ashe, but the Varus is still alive. But that Ziggs is still alive as well as the static stiletto is still coming out. But I think
Let's
it's just
see
a
who
loss.
wins. This does not look like Jinx is not flat can win, but that was really close. Only 4 damage down.
I think if that Kennen stun went onto the Varus, then it was definitely a win for the Hellion player there because that Varus would have died
Yeah,
a lot earlier and wouldn't have pumped up as much damage as he did. And that Guinsoo's Rage Blade means the longer into the fight that the Varus is alive, the more that he keeps pumping out damage and gets stronger. And the Aphelios!
if he does not, okay, I'm happy.
All right, level 5, 2% Aphelios. Just hit it.
I
Oh my
want to
goodness.
say,
This is
if
an early 4 Ranger.
if he gets a sword from the next round, I want to see that Varus turning into an Aphelios.
It's almost definitely right. But even if you don't turn the Varus into an Aphelios, you have 4 ranges available to you. Because, oh, he goes for Econ.
Oh, he
Yeah,
goes. I don't actually agree
I
with this
agree
decision.
with both. I agree with both.
I agree with both. I can see why, but he's not doing too well at the moment. He's on 80 health.
Yeah. The
Taking
reason
risks like that could be a big game winner.
the reason why, yes, it can be a very strong stage 3 for you if you keep that Aphelios. The reason why I think he sold it is because he does have a iffy econ right now. Keeping that Aphelios is like permanently 4 gold on your bench. But I think he already had the 2-star ranger, the 3-star ranger as well. All he needed was the 1-star ranger, and he could have had 4 rangers on the board
Vayne?
already. Vayne, yes. Sorry,
Yes.
did I say someone else?
No, you just said 1-star ranger.
Yeah, sorry, the 1-star ranger who is Vayne, yes.
Wait, why did I say star? I mean cost. Oh no. It's
One
contagious.
cost. My,
Yeah, 1 cost.
my bad. Okay, that's beside the
Actually,
point. Like
that's
that's
besides the point.
semantics. We don't worry too much. I'm sorry that I
And
got my
actually,
words
no, no,
wrong.
no.
But
Actually, that
one
you
cost-
just reminded me of something.
the-
Actually, I have not actually seen a Vayne in the past few games.
yes, we have not seen a Vayne in the past few games. She's probably one of the weaker comps right now, the reroll Vayne. But that's beside the point. Yeah, having that early Aphelios is
Ooh.
so strong. Guardian Angel gets punished. That could have been an early Guinsoo's Bloodthirster Aphelios, and that really could have carried the early game frame TFT. But this, besides the point, if he didn't hit that sword, you could make an argument that it was the right choice. Selling
Yeah,
that Poppy for Econ as well.
I I mean, I guess that's a good choice of econ. Already on the lose streak, so I guess he doesn't really have that much to lose
Hmm.
with
Yeah, I
anyone
guess.
tune already below him, but
Yeah. And it looks like Frame TFT is planning on playing ranges anyway. So I'm surprised. Like, why not keep the Aphelios? Keep the 4 Ranger. get it early and then just like win streak with that once you hit the vein. You could even roll down for vein.
I think rolling down here is
Like I
extremely
don't mean
risky.
roll down
Oh,
all your gold. I mean like roll like 10, 15 gold for vein. Get your strong board up and then just win from there.
Kadiva's Yasuo's time to actually pick up his items. The
Yeah,
dual
Jewel Gauntlet.
gauntlet is so nice. It just feels like such a power
It's
spike on Yasuo.
lovely. And I like to note that Godiva does have a spatula on the item bench, so even
Or
better.
oh, the shadow gloves. He
Hand of
just
Vengeance.
hand of vengeance.
Immediately. And he's rolling. He's level 5 and rolling.
I mean,
What's he trying to hit?
he hit the
Ah,
bars
press 2.
too. I mean, I do agree. If you're slamming two shadow items together like that, you need to roll. You just need to try and get as much value as possible because you're sacrificing a lot by not just waiting to see if you can pick up another item. The question now is, does he get the win streak? Because if he doesn't get a win here, or he
I
just
mean,
narrowly I mean,
his board just got so much stronger. He just got 2-star Varus. He just got level 6, so another unit in. And he's got the Hand of Vengeance on that Varus.
it is an extremely strong Varus.
If he doesn't win streak here, I'll be mortally surprised. But if this is might be a reason to. Syrup
I
on 40 gold.
I feel like he needs to slam that Dragon's Tooth as well.
No, I don't think so. I think his board is strong enough. But
Okay, there we go. Okay, I was wrong. There you go.
I think his
Varus
board is
just
strong enough. But
slacking.
the issue, like, because he used that much econ, of course you want your board to be strong enough to at least win. Like, it would be awful if you rolled down that much gold and then you still lost.
Oh, and first place. Oh, that Vladimir is huge.
3-0 is Vladimir, and 3-0 was the person that grabbed the Vladimir with the tier off of the starting carousel. So we'd expect as much 2 Syndras here. If he can go 6 redeemed, if he wants to go 6 redeemed, he can. My thought is sell Aatrox for Syndra. Is that worth it? What do you reckon?
Aatrox to Syndra. Aatrox is much more high value during the early game. Definitely can sell it off later. Doesn't seem like he's going to. Thinking about putting in the Morgana for Mystic, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been a fan of playing Syndra with the Rangers early for the redeemed buff because
Yeah.
Syndra can toss assassins away from your Rangers, but if you put Syndra in here, you
Oh.
don't have a front line.
A-bomb coming out. Deluxe placement.
Oh,
Maybe
what?
being able to win him the round.
Watch that Callista. Her cast is going to be huge. Her mana's going up. She's about to cast.
Oh, and
Oh,
Sion
no.
coming out.
I expected the one shot on the Varus, but I guess I was wrong. The Callista doing so much
Definitely
damage.
Oh,
She trolled a bit. She aimed at the Ashe that died.
I think the reason you were expecting that damage that wasn't there was because of the Giant Slayer as the third item. Or the Cursed Giant Slayer. Definitely good late game. Right now, not doing much.
Yeah, I mean, I was expecting it because of the Infinity Edge Last Whisper. He grabs the Chainvest Philios.
I don't know about this one, Chief.
Gargoyle Stoneplate of Immortality.
Guess. I would.
This is puzzling to me. We'll see where he chooses to take this.
With both the options for a glove and sword, potentially going into a QSS or, as mentioned previously, Bloodthirster, I kind of see where he wants to go with this. Potentially
that's
just
a 2-star. That's a 2-star Syndra. All right, opts to take out the Lux instead of the 2-star Aatrox, which is understandable.
There we go.
Yeah, so I think that's a Gargoyle Stoneplate of Immortality, right?
Yeah, I would assume so, but Refractor isn't too bad here, but Stoneplate definitely being the better item of the two early on.
Okay, he seemed a bit unsure with the item, like as he was looking around. So I was just like, did he just like instantly take that? Like he took it with such like gusto, right?
Yeah,
Immediately, he's like, that's the item I want.
that's
I
the
thought,
item I want.
yeah, I thought like he knew what he was building, but
I think
he's a
the
little
best
bit
way
rough.
to think about it is Refractor Dragon's Claw is amazing against comps like Vel'Koz, whereas you're expecting just a ton of crit, a ton of magic damage.
Mm-hmm.
But Immortality is just such a great general item, turning any unit into a meaty, bulky shield.
Especially early game.
Especially in the early game. I don't know why he put it on the Aatrox over the Nautilus, but
It's my guess is because he's going to sell that Aatrox eventually, so that Aatrox is just the item holder for whoever the Stoneplate is going to take later.
I definitely think it's going to be Rel if he's going redeemed. Rel
Yeah.
is just such a strong unit with the item. Actually,
I
I should
mean,
be more accurate. Obnoxious unit.
my thought is since he's keeping the Nautilus, that it's definitely real, right? For Ironclad. I can also see this comp going to Kale actually.
Hail is definitely interesting, but I'm not sure. Maybe it's just my stronger opinions. I do not think Kale's the carry of Redeemed. I think Kale's the win more of Redeemed.
Definitely a redeemed, but I'm not thinking about redeemed, but I'm thinking of knights.
Ah, knights, yes. Wait,
Because
Kale's not a knight.
what I mean is you playing 6 knights Kale. It's a very common comp. But
Oh,
either way,
okay,
3-0,
okay.
he's taking so much damage. That Vladimir is charging up. Woo!
Sorry, my mind went back to set 1, and Freezer are just getting slapped by this virus.
Yeah, no worries. But yeah, that Vladimir had no Archangel staff on it, so he wasn't amping up damage, but he was getting a lot more health. Curse of Warmog's Ramble Vest, I think, were the other 2 items on it.
Correct.
Fizero was top of the lobby, so did he did have a really good stage 2.
But now I'm thinking of set 1, and now I'm missing
2-star
it.
Ash. 2-star Ash is really
Oh, two
nice.
slashes.
Set 1 was
Tasty.
quite lovely, but that was 2.5 years ago. It died
Two
two
and
and
a
a
half
half
years.
years ago. You need to move on, Penguin.
No, my knight Kale will always live on in my heart.
Oh, yeah,
Nah.
Kale was a knight in set 1. Hey,
Yeah, that's what reminded me
what
of
was
it.
she?
Anyway,
Noble Knight.
Noble Knight. Oh, what a comp.
Miss
But all
Nobles.
that gold coming out, and there we go. Dragon's Tooth back again.
All right, so
Oh,
with that, let's just swap around a bit, because we've been on Frame TFT's perspective for quite a bit. Let's see if we can move over to.
free zero?
Uh, I want to go the Syrup or Free Zero. Can you pick one?
I want to kind of see what Syrup's doing.
Okay.
Let's see what Syrup's doing.
So I couldn't tell if you say C Syrup or Free Zero.
Well, by the fact one has an ip in its name, the other has 0, I'm very concerned.
uh,
Oh, that's an item
my mind.
remover.
Yes, the
And
magnetic remover, and for all of those that don't know, magnetic remover is one of the consumables coming back from set 4. When you use it, you can take all the items off of a champion, and they just go on your bench. It's really nice. Syrup here's probably gonna take a lot of damage here. Nothing is dying. Never mind. Big Syndra cast, AoEing 3 units, one-shotting 2 of them.
I like it. Oh, not picking up the Valkos here, maybe? I'm
I,
expecting that Syndra to go into Karma or Vel'Koz.
I mean, Syrup does have a Dawnbringer spat, so first thing I think of, chase trait, Dawnbringer 8, maybe.
Oh, I do like Dawnbringer 8.
Yes, but here has a choice of a whole bunch of tank items, which is actually pretty good. Because if you're going Dawnbringer, tank items on Garen kind of turns Garen into a carry.
He already has 2 Giant Spell, 1 Curse for the Cursed Warmogs. I can't see what item he's standing over though.
That's a cloak. That's a
That's
cloak.
the cloak.
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't pick up the Cursed Brambles for Stoneplate of Immortality. Sorry, my mind just fizzled for a second.
I mean, Stoneblade of Immortality is good, but this is sort of like the part of the game where it starts to fall off. So I wouldn't be too I'm not too surprised. There's the karma that.
Oh,
Alright, so this is my guess. I'm gonna go out and make a guess. He's gonna
okay.
magnetic remover the Spear of Shojin and the Jewel Gauntlet off of the Syndra. Sorry, I couldn't think for a second there. And then he's gonna move the
Okay.
items onto Karma, and there's gonna be a Karma carry comp.
I hope so.
That's
And
my
look,
guess.
it's Frame TFT. The one strong just getting
Demolish 13 damage. I
Now,
think that Syndra like one-shot the Ash as well with that cast, because that Syndra, whenever she picks up a unit and chucks it, she always throws it to the furthest corner on their side of the board. So like on your opponent's side of the board. So if the opponent she's picking up is on the right side, she chucks it to the left back corner.
yes, I love
And
it
you
when my Diana just gets thrown into my backline.
and yes, definitely. And like what's sitting in those corners? The
No.
carries.
Oh,
So
the carry.
Syndra with AP damage does so much damage. And here we go. Here's the swap over. Spear Shojin, Jewel Gauntlet onto that Karma.
I'm actually surprised Dawnbringer not going onto the Ivan, but I can see why. Getting that bonus damage on Syndra. potentially up to 6 times.
Yeah, I mean, just the Syndra can carry for now. I'm not sure the Syndra is going into the final comp. If Syrup is just going to cap it at 6 Dawnbringer,
I actually want
or
to make a guess. That could be a 4 Invoker comp with the Dawnbringer.
yeah, my thoughts exactly. So if they're capping it at 6 Dawnbringers and going 4 Invokers, or if they're going 8 Dawnbringers and 2 Invokers, could be, could be.
Oh,
The Syndra,
this
no
game
longer the
did not
carry.
last very long. Kha'Zix's managing to just one-shot the Karma.
I mean, like moving all the items onto Karma does make you weaker. I feel like over like 2-star Syndra. I was
Yeah,
expecting the magnetic remover to come a little bit later, but well, let's see the items first. Glove.
I want to see. I'm expecting the sword to be picked up.
I actually the shadow rod. Ooh, he was considering.
Oh,
Syrup was considering the shadows. Not the shadow rod. The sword. But yeah, we're gonna get
yeah,
a shadow rod out of here. Sacrificial gauntlet. In the past, if you put a sacrificial gauntlet onto Karma, you were low key trolling, unless you had a gunblade. But like you were low
yeah.
key trolling because your Karma would kill herself. Like in the nicest way possible. She was slowly do damage to herself. That's awkward.
Uh-oh.
That's
Uh-oh.
awkward.
That wasn't part of the plan.
That was definitely not part of the plan.
Oh, no,
That's
no, no. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. That is
I'm
a bait.
I'm fine with that.
No, because I'm pretty sure Riven doesn't do magic damage.
No, I'm fine with no. It increases the crit for one, but I'm fine with it because Syrup might want to grab the sacrificial gauntlet off of
It,
the Riven later to put back onto Karma.
I
Um,
mean, yeah. But going back to that, even if it increases the crit, it only increases the crit a little bit, but you're
yeah,
wasting a full item on your
yeah.
Riven.
I wouldn't do it, but like I think it's fine. I don't think it's as egregious as you make it out to be. But either way, this Scion is gonna be made quick work of because that Scion did not charge towards the Karma. I'm just gonna finish off the thought I had before. So the sacrificial gauntlet, it used to kill your Karma. Like you would do so much damage to your Karma that your Karma would basically like just kill herself.
Yeah,
But when the last patch they changed sacrificial gauntlet again, and
yeah.
so now sacrificial gauntlet, it does, I believe it calculates the amount of damage it does to your unit based off of your unit's star level and also their max mana.
I
So
can
now, yes,
quickly check that out for you, but
yes, it casts off of your unit star level. It's a calculation off of your unit star level, also their max mana. So that means since Karma only costs 50 mana to cast, she's not doing like 30% of her HP every time. That's not the actual number, but it's something like that. So now Sacrificial Gauntlet can go on Karma, it can go on Brand, all those units that like cast really, really quickly, and those units won't be dealing so much damage to themselves.
okay. So after we finish this, I actually have the answer here. But that's a freestyle Lissandra, and that Vladimir is one off being freestyle. Same with the Soraka.
Yes, but oh, that's a dead Karma.
Ooh. Oh no. Anyway, the answer to the question is Sacrificial Gauntlet now deals 100% of maximum mana multiplied by star
Your
level.
star level. Okay, so it's exactly what I said.
Yes.
Okay, so
Actually smart.
all right, Garen, 8 Dawnbringer.
He's the Garen coming out.
That's 8 Dawnbringer.
It's 8 Dawnbringer.
All
But
right,
does he
so
want to switch the Ivan? I mean, he can. It's not that big a loss.
Ivan can be your Invoker. Keeping Syndra for now. I'm not sure if that's going to swap to Ivan later. I would expect it to swap to Ivan because Ivan also has that Renewer trait, which pairs
Yes.
with Soraka. So you will have 2 Renewers with Soraka, 2 Invokers with Karma and Ivan.
Ooh, Gold Orb, a
Oh,
spatula.
that's another Dawnbringer.
That's big.
That's big.
Can replace the Nidalee, can replace the Kha'Zix. I
What
kind
do
of
you
want.
replace here?
I want to say replace the Nidalee. You don't have the items for it unless you're replacing the Riven.
I'm just looking at all the items because I'm wondering where all these items go. Because if you make Dawnbringer here, it's a little bit awkward with the rest of your items. Sacrificial Gauntlet, then what? You have Eclipse Cape
I
plus
mean,
Reflected Dragon Claw. You have Gargoyle Stoneplate and what?
ooh,
A Shadow Zephyr.
I guess a Shadow Zephyr is pretty good.
Ooh. No,
But the Trap Claw coming out. Sorry, the Banshee's Claw is coming out.
so that's an Ionic Dark Spark. Okay, I didn't consider that. My first thought was do you make a Quicksilver and a more evil Anomicon? And put the more evil Anomicon onto the Karma?
No, you do not want more evil Nomicon onto the Karma because she's building crit, so you want her to do damage. You don't want to reduce her damage in any way.
Yeah. But
The
like, I was just
Ionics?
trying to think of the items because making that Dawnbringer spat does make the rest of the build a little bit more awkward. But I think this is a nice compromise. The Ionic Darkspark, recovering your Riven from that sacrificial, from that accidental Shadow Rod placement. I don't think the Ionic Darkspark is staying on Riven. I doubt it. Oh,
Ooh, that's
that stings. Oh,
that's
that stings.
actually such a feels bad.
That's such a feels bad. Could have
The,
saved a lot of awkwardness.
the only way you could really recover is if there's a spat or something on the carousel, which is extremely unlikely. 3-0 finding the 3-star Vladimir.
Is it possible to find a stage component on stage 5 carousel?
Yes.
I've never
It's
seen it.
No, you can. You can find it on 5 and 6. I would know.
I
It's
thought you would
very
find it on
harsh.
stage 6, huh?
No, you can find it. There's a chance. There's a very low chance, but there's a chance,
Okay.
which sucks.
I didn't know
Like,
that. But either way.
if you anyway, that Volibear could be
Volibear's
swapped
big.
in.
You can swap Volibear, Ivern in for Kindred and Syndra. And Volibear has a lot of
Yeah,
health. That means you'll get Renewer, Invoker, and Brawler. That's pretty
and
good.
Revenant.
And Revenant, yes.
Can't
And this
forget
Karma chugging away. That Heimerdinger damage just got
Ooh.
it got mitigated by the Kindred, but it didn't matter because the ZZ Rot portal killed off that Karma, and now no more carries for Syrup unless this Syndra is able to do something.
This is actually a
oh.
slight bad now for Syrup. If he actually got the more evil Nomicon, Volibear would have been a huge threat. Being able to just AoE get on anyone else. So now he's just waiting for the Giants. Oh, I think he's
transitioning now, but what I was gonna say before was that Kindred casted her ability, but like was not on top of the Syndra, which was sad. But we can probably expect the Ivern in over the Kindred. I'm expecting with the traits.
I do not think he is thinking of that at the moment. I am surprised he's not switching, finding the second Karma.
I'm surprised you'll take off Invoker.
Yeah, that Invoker loss is pretty big for Karma.
Yeah, it's very
With the
big.
changes, it's not as big thanks to the Shojin, but
yeah.
It
just means that some casts don't come as quickly. Here's another Karma player, but the Kindred's gonna protect that Karma. That Kindred's actually coming in pretty big right now. That Karma dies. Any tune takes a lot of damage, 12 damage, but is not dead. On a sliver of health right now. 3 HP on the right side.
This game is getting close. Looking into HP, first place on 83 on 3-0. Bottom is just 3 HP on Eddie Tune.
Yeah, all the third to sixth place, all really close, but first place and second place, they are on fire. As you see on the right side of the board, Frame TFT is winning against 3-0. So Frame TFT, that Ranger comp went somewhere, I believe.
Okay. I want to see if you see what I just saw on the carousel here, but
I don't think we saw the same thing.
I don't think we saw the same thing. But that is potentially a cast gun. Is what I'd go for. The Ionic Spark.
The Shadow Rapid Fire?
The Shadow Rapid Fire.
Oh, okay.
It's actually a really good tech choice here. Especially since he's running so many backline units.
It could go on the Karma.
It can go on Karma, or it could potentially go on the Riven. He's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, it is. But this is sort of a weird build for the Riven, but it definitely could.
It's definitely not the best. It's
No,
definitely better on Karma.
But you need 2-star Karma. You need 2-star Karma.
You need 2-star Karma.
Yeah, you need to upgrade your Soraka. Come on.
Come on, come on. You got this.
We need the
Boomer
Karma.
APM kicking in.
I can't keep up with all these new TFT players with their reaction speeds and their flick shots.
Oh man, sometimes you just see, it's like me, it's like, oh yeah, I finally got these units in 20 seconds, and then someone's just like...
I'm gonna interrupt you there. Volibear cast comes out, but no Revenant means that his cast doesn't go through. The Mordekaiser's doing so much damage that Kindred is not gonna keep anything alive as the units come up to the Karma, no longer getting that attack speed buff. Viego stealing up units. Syrup might die!
Sarah barely alive. That Frozen Heart on Viego actually coming in clutch in the end, stopping the Karma from getting her skills off.
And the gong rings as Kadiva is our first player to get knocked out. Jinx is not flat, almost gets knocked out as well to 3 HP, but the 2-star
Ooh,
armor.
2-star Karma now switching into Ivan, but
Now
maybe a
switching.
second too late.
I mean, I think Syrup noticed that like losing all these fights is not good, and I think having that Ivan is really, really big, but needs an upgrade on 4 different units. Soraka, Ivan, Garen, and Volibear. And you know, Garen, Volibear being 5 cost means you're probably not going to get the upgrade for those anytime soon.
And unfortunately, it's just a bit too late. It's too hard to find a Soraka. You need
Well-
those Garen and Volibear, as you said.
We'll have to see as the Kale comp comes out.
Oh,
Karma
no.
does do pretty good against the Kale comp. Is I-Edge Dual Gauntlet Kale, and that
No.
Karma cast is gonna spread all the way to that Kale. You got no Guardian Angel. Kale's dead. Your
Oh,
carry is dead. Nothing for Vignesh right now.
that is one of the biggest weaknesses of the KO comp. Unless you have GA, or you have like insane frontline that can just stop things like Karma, your KO's
Yep.
just gonna die.
And Jinx is not flat. Wins against Eddie Chun on the right side. Off to the side. So
Oh,
that
no.
is 7th place, being Eddie Chun.
Rest in peace, Eddie Chun. But hey, Jinx is not flat, surviving another round.
Who's still
Vignesh,
fighting? Oh, FreeZero was fighting Clone.
3-0, 67 HP. Frame TFT, 42 HP.
Zeke's.
And then goes straight down to 11 HP. Zeke's Herald, quite a big item here, but unfortunately only one real unit that can use it, the Riven.
Yeah, I'd just like to note that with the Invoker being put in, if my math is correct, Spear of Shojin giving you 8 extra mana with your auto is going to be 10 mana, so that's an extra 18 per auto, plus 3 for the Invoker, so that's 21 mana per auto. When you have Spear of Shojin, that basically what that means is you get 2 autos, you get your first cast. Your second cast goes down to 30, I believe, or it might be 40. So
Let me
if
just-
it's
it's
either way,
actually
it's going to
kind
be 2
of-
autos.
It's actually kind of awkward now because it's going down from losing 20 mana per cast to the 15. So it's actually 35 mana, which doesn't
35.
really matter.
That's still 2 autos. That's still 2
Still
autos.
2
That's fine.
autos.
But the main thing is Invoker makes the first cast faster. The second cast is still going to be 2 autos, despite Invoker buff or not. I think. No, it should be.
It should be. No,
It
with
sh- no,
this
no, no,
Shoj-
it doesn't matter, it
you're
doesn't
forgetting the Shojin mana, so it's still going to be
Either
2
way.
regardless.
Trying to do math on casting is probably the worst idea I ever had. That Zephyr is going to take out the Garen, I think.
Yeah. Imagine
No
needing
Garen.
maths in TFT. What is League of
2 autos.
Legends trying to do? Become an
But-
educational program?
But either way, 2 autos per cast is really big because with that Zeke's Herald, the extra attack speed means that Karma is going to go online even faster. And now she's at 1 auto cast right now, burning so much damage. Jinx is not flat, does not stand a chance.
Poor Jinx is not flat, but I
Jinx.
mean, getting taken out respectfully.
Yep,
But
and
this is-
the Kale player is also dead as well. So that means Syrup has reached top 4. And we have been going around with Syrup for quite a bit, the 8 Dawnbringer player. But we've got to move on. Let's see if we can see FreeZero or Kartolfin. I would say FreeZero.
Let's go watch 3-0. Let's see what the first place doing.
Vladimir. They're
It's
doing
Vladimir. Oh,
they've been doing Vladimir.
lovely. Vladimir.
FreeZero slow rolled, hit their Vladimir, and now they're just catching up in levels to everybody else. Being
Catching up
a
in
level
levels.
behind. A level behind. I wanna
Only
say.
a level behind on the general level, but it's important to note his board seems generally. Oh, there you go, level 8.
His board is really strong. Yes.
stronger than most. Full build on 3 units, all 3-star.
We have that Sassy Rocket there, but we also have the Vladimir, 2 carries. The Thief's
Oh.
Love does roll well. Quicksilver, Rabadon's that Lissandra's starting to put out damage. That Draven is not dead. He's on a sliver of HP and he's healing up. That Vladimir, is he able to survive? He's taking so much damage from that Draven, but the Soraka's about to cast. Does not one-shot the Draven.
Yeah.
He's taking damage.
I would have to say that Sasiraka is not the best for one reason. He has the Infinity Edge. He has no Jeweled Gauntlet. He cannot crit
Oh,
on his
you're right.
abilities. It is extremely unfortunate.
But the Garen pick is big.
Garen pick is big, but
Because Garen is going to cast and he's going to shred the MR of a whole bunch of front lines. There's a lot of frontline players right now. We've got, you see those really strong front lines. Garen, Volibear, like the Dawnbringer player. That just means that Lissandra and Soraka both going to do a lot more damage. This comp has so much MR damage, like Vladimir, Soraka, everything. Everything is MR damage.
Everything is MR damage. There is something to note here. Even if FreeZero loses a few rounds, as
Oh.
long as he can beat the people who like Syrup. Okay, Syrup.
Watch the LeBlanc in the back line with that. Karma does not kill the Karma. Now it's dead, but the Vladimir is still alive. Stun comes out, but Vladimir has so much health. Has he ramped up enough health? Banshee's Claw means that is a Banshee's Claw. That means that Vladimir's not going to get stunned, but gets stunned by the Riven once again. It's still casting, healing more and more. Oh my goodness.
Vladimir is clutching it out. It's up to Riven to try and
Clutching
beat
it
him.
out. Heal? Oh,
No.
Oh, and he dies.
Unfortunately, that was the cursed Warmog's ban at the end, actually killing him. Getting ramped up in the final seconds.
I also think Ionic Darkspark played a part there. Dawnbringer
Yeah.
on the carousel.
Instead, going for
Syrup, are you gonna grab it? You can replace your Kha'Zix, you can replace your Gragas. Oh my goodness. And Syrup getting all the Dawnbringer spatulas right here.
Yeah, and Kartafin dying. I just noticed.
Banshee's Claw.
That's a Banshee's Claw.
That's pretty big.
It is big.
Ooh.
It is.
Teemo. You grab it, right? Do you grab it?
You grab it over to Syndra any day, because he's at the range where he won't get one shot, but he will get two shot regardless.
No,
So
my question is grabbing at 27 health too risky? I say not, but
no, not at this situation.
FreeZero does not want it. It's a risky grab either way. It's hard
a
to
risky
tell.
grab, but it is fine. Since he's below 30 HP, it's mathematically it won't make a difference whether you lose the 6 HP or not.
No, it could be the difference between second and third because Syrup can still keep winning.
Yeah. I guess.
But either way, Frame TFT here has swapped off of the Ranger comp. All the rarest items went onto Heimerdinger, and that Heimerdinger is chugging away. That Baby Dragon is not dead. He's going to get another cast out. Is it going to one-shot the Vladimir? Pretty sure not.
No, he is
doing so much damage.
If he managed to one-shot the Vladimir with a 1-star Heimerdinger, I would be upset.
Yeah, I would be upset too, but the only way he wins this fight is he one-shots the Vladimir, unless...
Nope, the HP is so high, but it looks so low.
Syrup is dead now.
Oh my god, Syrup died!
Yep, Syrup is dead now. That's when you buy the Teemo. I like this, because that means that you're not at risk of going for third. We're going for first, boys.
We're going for first or second place. Frame TFT versus FreeZero. Who do you think is going to win, or shall we just wait and see?
I've been known to call things off too quickly, so I just like to watch and see.
Respectable. But can we give a big round of applause for Syrup? Going from the bottom to the top.
Sold the Teemo, by the way.
Sold the Teemo. I think that's a good call. Getting to 19 gold. Potential to fully buy out something.
I like the Teemo, but here, Frame TFT does have a KO as well, and that Teemo could have done so much damage to the KO on the backside, but that KO is ramping up. That KO has nothing on it. That Vladimir, it does stall for a really long time, but you know who also wins in stall fights? KO, and KO is chugging away. The swords rain down, but the swords are not doing any damage. That's a 1-star KO.
1-star KO against the tankiest creature on Earth. Frame TFT has one more chance to make this right.
Yes,
and that's the Lux. Lux
Assassin?
2. Nah,
Lux
you don't
2.
even need Assassin here. You got Lux 2. Oh, you mean the Assassin trade?
Assassin Spatula. But either way, Frame TFT needs to hit the 2-star KO right now. Oh, I guess I was right. Frame TFT was going for a KO comp.
I guess you were right.
I called it early. I was surprised when Frame TFT came up with the Heimerdinger. But
those were actually really good Heimerdinger items.
Those are pretty good. But like he still had 1-star Heimerdinger, and that Heimerdinger was never winning against that Vladimir. So
if only he could chuck that assassin spad onto his Soraka. And that's the only thing I wish.
Yes. Definitely wish you could do that, but FreeZero is starting to roll down.
The team
wants to upgrade some units.
Okay.
Whoops, missed the buy on that Rise. We don't talk about that.
We don't talk about that, but
we just don't talk about it, except for when I talk about it. Assassin Rise is big because that assassin gets into the back line.
One thing I want to note with both comps, FreeZero is kind of awkward. Free Dawnbringer, free Renewer.
It is kind of awkward, but everything has a reason for being there.
I suppose.
Yep. But that Kale, still not a 2-star frame TFT, no econ, probably wasn't able to find it. We'll see if this Vladimir is able to outscale the
Rise
Kale
in the
again.
backline, managing to.
Stun a
is
little
dead.
bit, but the Kale's still going. Relstun coming out, the Kale chugging away, and now the swords come online, throwing out, but is it just charging the Vladimir? The Vladimir keeps getting stronger, getting so much health, but the swords are getting so fast, 612 health heal. Not gonna do
And
anything.
that's there. That was a lot of damage. The 4 Mystics just coming out in the end.
Definitely coming out in the end there. I was not expecting that Kale, that 1-star Kale to one-shot.
I wasn't expecting that much damage to one-shot.
But I guess
Frame
stage 7.
TFT.
Yeah.
Oh, Frame TFT winning the round. And that is hype. Hopefully being able to talk to him soon. But man.
Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you. I counted him out pretty early, but he just kept winning as soon as we left him. Must have done something crazy, and Frame TFT just win streaking all the way to like top 2. We'll see if Frame TFT is able to unmute right now so that we can have a bit of an interview.
Hey, boys.
Hey, boys. So that last fight, you did 23 damage to Free Zero. Crazy.
Hi.
We did it.
Hey, Free Zero is here as well. Hello.
We got the first and second place around. So, firstly, congratulations for coming first and second, both of you. But how did you expect those final fights to go out? And what was your mindset when playing around them?
You wanna go first?
Yes, certainly.
You're gonna go. Yeah.
Oh, well, I don't know. Cal's broken, I guess. I didn't think I'd be able to win, but yeah, it's kind of broken.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy considering that Kale did just get nerfed in that last patch.
Yep. I also think it was probably for Mystic.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I felt like it was more that no one could actually reach the Kale more than
Yeah.
anything else.
Yeah, I think with the stall comp, out of Free Zero, like Vladimir's so good at stalling, but Kale loves those stall situations. How do you feel about that match altogether, Free Zero?
I entered a few rounds. Overall, I don't know. That like my opener was just an instant top 2.
Yep.
I was looking for more damage. I kind of griefed. I don't know what the hell happened. I thought I bought the rise, but obviously it didn't go through.
Yeah, I
And-
saw that. I saw that rise by when you accidentally got the karma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Yeah, I was just looking for my damage because I had no damage on my team. Like
Yeah,
my
Yeah,
items were
do you think with
all
a 2-star
defensive.
rise with that assassin spatula that you would have been able to win that final round?
No, because my rocket got zephyred even though I positioned it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, talking about the Rocket, there's one thing I want to ask. Were you looking for a jeweled gauntlet for your Soraka? Because you did have the blue buff, you did have the IE, you had the Giant Slayer, but you had nothing to make the ability crit.
Yeah, I had no JG, so I just slammed the Giant Slayer.
Ah, okay.
Kind of unfortunate there, but either way, getting a second place is still really, really good. We're probably going to head off to a quick break as we let the players head off and prepare for the next matches. It's great to have you two on.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.
Yep, you can leave now.
Alrighty.
Well,
All right, so I'm just being told by our producer that before we do our break, we are going to show off the results of the other matches.
you
So
can't
he's
hear
going to
him
bring
'cause
that
he's
up.
inside our head.
Excuse me?
He's inside our head. We cannot. No one else can hear him.
Yes, I'm getting. That's why I'm telling the stream. I just got told by my producer that we're going to show off. We're going to flash the results on screen. As right now we have Sadaharu in first place, Patty the Panda in second place, Purple Fish third, Shoxy fourth, Nightmare Twig fifth, KR Mental sixth, Seiken seventh, and Truth eighth. That was played off stream. It's pretty nice. Sadaharu being, I think, eighth on the leaderboard, and Patty the Panda showing up there as well. Let me just double check where he was placed. Patty the Panda was seventh.
10 units coming out of Saruharu as well. So that was either a Force of Nature game or a very lucky Curse of
Or
Nature.
a Force of Darkness game. So yeah, first place and second place means that they get points onto the board. Purple Fish is actually doing pretty well. Like I think low key, Purple Fish might be just outside the top 8 lobby leaderboard. So him getting a third is really, really good. We'll move over to the other match that happened just now.
Match 24.
Yep, match 24.
And our boy G Money coming in first. Second place, Wet Queef. Third place, Stuckles. Followed by Beethoven, Clofus, Kinga 9, Xiaowu, and Les Sweet.
Keegan 7.
Okay.
So a few of the players didn't show up for that match, so they just had one random off of normals, so that's less sweet. That's kind of funny. We're getting a bit of a crash from less sweet, but either way, they're crashing our party. We're gonna have Duckles in third place. That's another third place out of Duckles today.
It's respectable. Nah. Still top 3. That's still quite a bit of points.
Yeah, it's quite a few points. But it's respectable, but it's definitely slipping because Duckles has only gotten first and second so far. G Money topping it out in first place with 3-star Lee Sin, 3-star Yasuo.
Nice.
You love to see it.
Love to see it.
I'm just looking at this game. There's like eighth and sixth are both have like Ivans and like renewers. I guess eighth place has A bomb, but like sixth and seventh both have assassins. So everyone's just like contesting each other. Duckles has 2 Ivans. Beethoven has an
So
Ivan.
many Ivans.
Ivans everywhere. Everyone's contesting each other. But either way, yeah, we're gonna head off to a quick break while we prepare for the next match. Do you have anything to add, Penguin?
Nothing at all.
Yep. Okay, so we're gonna head off.
Hello and welcome to the final game of the day. Are you
Final
excited?
game for round 3. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We did a bit of short of a break this time. We've got in this game. You want to introduce the players, or shall I?
Well, you haven't had the chance yet, so I shall let you have the opportunity this
I
time
was
around.
judging by your reaction. I was just like, he wants me to do it. Okay, so just going off of that right lobby, we've got Seiken at the top. It got covered a little bit. Okay, never mind. Seiken's no longer at the top. We have Seiken, Frame TFT, Nightmare Twig, KR Mentals, Purple Fish, Truth, Paddy the Panda, Sadaharu, and we are currently watching Seiken's point of view, and that is 3 Kha'Zixes.
That
Kha'Zixes?
is,
Or is it Kha'Zix Eye?
it is a bug either way, and I love it.
But this is important to me. Kha'Zixes, or is it Kazakhstai? Or is it
Well,
Kazai? Or
one
is it
is very.
Kazakhstas? That wait, Riven. Okay.
Oh,
Jokes aside, that Riven's pretty big because Riven is the 3-star Dawnbringer, so you can actually get 4 Dawnbringer on stage 1.
I am actually hyped. And Des de Soraka.
Soraka, he needs to find one of the cheapest Dawnbringers, Gragas.
Gragas. Will the fat
Mousing
man
over.
turn up? Or will he
Mousing-
just hide away?
Mousing over right there, he's able to see it. Over here, he can also put in Renewers, Legionnaire, and Assassin as a side trait. Not a side trait, but as an extra trait. If you don't hit, that is a Deathblade, and that is a Varus.
I am actually pleasantly happy with
This-
the items he's got. Deathblade potentially actually being a quite okay item. Not so much the Dawnbringer bit.
when the loot came out, I like popped off in my seat a little bit because I am a huge fan of this start. Nico's help with an early Riven, you can get 4 Dawnbringers early. You can put Sword, which is for Bloodthirst on Riven, or you can put a Deathblade on your Riven. Just putting down the sword on the Varus because that Varus is gonna leave later. It's such a good start. I think this is an amazing start. If you get a Negatron off the armory, you're so happy.
Ooh, that's another
Ah.
2-star Kazakhs.
And Seiken runs into Nightmare Twig, who looks like they're trying to lost streak Renewer Assassins right now. So that's pretty big as well. I mean, with a 2-star Kha'Zix, Seiken was probably set to win anyway against a lot of boards. But you never know.
You never know. That could be a pleasant surprise. The only board I can think of that could strongly beat him is maybe a super early A-bomb. Or something around that
Even a
vein.
super early aim, I think this is so strong. A Shadow Cloak
Ooh.
could be a Bloodthirst, could be a Wrist Thirster. Did get buffed, but I'm not a fan of Wrist Thirster on Riven. I like Bloodthirster a lot better than Wrist Thirster because when the shield comes out from Bloodthirster, Riven Dawnbringer goes off and she starts healing.
That's fair enough. I must
Yeah.
say, I was kind of curious if he was going to try and take the Giant's belt there. Maybe try and go for a bit of a sneaky Dawnbringer.
I think the Shadow Cloak is still really good because that can go onto Mordekaiser down the road. But like in terms of if I saw a Negatron Cloak, my thought is it's an instant Bloodthirster spam. Like slam, because Bloodthirster on Riven early is so good. She gets the shield, she starts healing, so she can't get she
Oh.
really can't get one shot. And the stun going out onto 2 units, that's an early Bramble Vest. But that Kha'Zix has that Vladimir isolated.
Kazakh's about to make Vladimir his lunch.
Ah, that number 871.
This is one of the few boards I was actually thinking that could beat the 2-star Kazakhs, just a really tanky Poppy.
Very
'Cause
tanky
Poppy's-
Poppy.
Really tanky Poppy with Knight. Because the shield goes off, something like Bramble's Vest helps negate the crits from Kazakhs.
Yeah, but
But
I like to
like-
keep in mind that dream scenario for Dawnbringer has not cropped up yet, so never found that Gragas.
Never found a Gragas. Feels
Oh,
like
really?
there you go. Your 4 Dawnbringer has
Alright.
suddenly arrived.
We'll see how strong this is. I don't think this is stronger than Gragas. Even though Nidalee is a 3-star and Gragas is a 1-star, I think Riven needs a little bit to help her survive in the early game.
I do
Personally.
think Gragas is better than Soraka here, just because Gragas is such a good early game unit. But
I mean, he can tank for the Riven, and then the Riven just like starts attacking away. But here the Riven can die really easily.
oh, he's thinking about the risk first on Kazakhs.
Yeah,
Decided not to, which is probably the best idea.
I mean, Kha'Zix's a typical item holder. Wouldn't be too surprised.
I think I've seen in my time playing the new set one full built Kha'Zix.
Yep.
It was great early on, but then just sort of fell flat near the end.
That's what makes him a great item holder.
Oh,
That just when he
Saiken
comes out selling for econ. Yep,
Saiken just causing lightning to rain from the sky.
that's a lovely little legend.
First time seeing it, honestly.
The unicorn.
Yeah,
I forgot what it's called. Is that?
it's that version's the arcade. Is it some? I'm looking this up. I'm not letting this go. 1 second.
All right, while he does that, we're gonna look at the carousel. Frame TFT and Truth getting first pick. Let's see what they grab. Never mind, he's not showing. Tier for Frame TFT and Truth grab. Well, he's going to the other side to grab that rod and gets it taken away from him by Paddy the Panda. I don't know why I am play-by-play casting the carousel. It's
Okay,
funny anyway.
I have found it is the arcade light charger.
Mm-hmm. One thing I would have considered from Seiken as well is to grab the Negatron Nidalee because he has the Nico's help. So he could actually get the early he can Nico's an early 2-star Nidalee with Negatron Cloak and put Bloodthirster on it. Strong early board. Very strong early board.
Personally am a big fan of Nidalee.
2-star Nidalee on stage 2 definitely gonna win you. But
It's-
like this board is still gonna win you.
Still gonna win you, but I want to see those Kha'Zix items go to the Nidalee over Riven. Because you got the risk first, you got the
could.
Nidalee. It could. It probably isn't though, which makes me sad in advance.
Yeah.
Because she's such a high roll unit instead of a reliable unit like someone like Riven.
Yep, definitely. But like 3-star Nidalees has been run before. I believe Duckles ran one last week. But this Dawnbringer comp is gonna lose to this.
I need a Panda.
4 brawlers plus the Ziggs. Ziggs never got anyone to jump on them. The Kha'Zix didn't jump in the right spot, attacking the brawlers.
Kha'Zix run went too fast to the right, got dragged to the brawlers. Nidalee not being able to leap to the back too. But the
Maybe
blue buff in the shadow camp, that is a big upgrade.
I was just about to say, maybe I was wrong about how strong the early 4 Dawnbringer board is, but still no Gragas, by the way, mind you, but that
Still no
upgrade.
Gragas. I mean, Dawnbreeze itself isn't innately a strong trait. Like, once you get levels and you can actually have a bit of bulkiness in your comp, it's really strong. But otherwise, you just need units to die early, give your carries plus 10% damage. 12% damage now.
It's 12. They were gonna do 15. It moved to 12. It was in the last patch.
Yeah, I completely forgot about that. I'm glad they didn't make it 15. That would have been a bit too strong.
Yeah, especially with how strong Riven is, and like what they put Karma buffs. Riven slight nerfs at 3-star, and then
It
I
wasn't
was a little
actually
bit
nerfed,
scared.
The Riven actually got reverted before the buffs, which I'm kind of happy with that they didn't just straight up nerf her. But it's still good. Only nerfing 3-star Riven in the ability.
Yep. But 2-star Yasuo here definitely looks like a Legionnaire game.
Definitely.
I love this comp. This is one of my go-tos, which is why I have very strong opinions about this.
So, since this is your main comp to go to, give us a little bit of insight. What are you expecting
I
to
have
see
already
here?
I have already given a lot of insight.
No. Like, when are you expecting transitions? What level, what stage are you expecting the Draven to come out? The
Level
Mordekaiser
7.
to come out?
Level 7 is the prime level to roll for most comps to get your 4-stars, especially 4-stars in this set are so strong compared to other units. I've heard a lot of people mention that 4-stars might just be like 2-star 4-stars. What 2-star 4 costs? Why am I calling them 4-stars today? 2-star 4 costs are a lot stronger than 2-star 5 costs.
Well, that was the tongue twister if I've ever heard that. But that is a jeweled gauntlet. We might switch over to another
Or a
board
Last
moment.
Whisper. Or a Last Whisper on Draven.
Or a
we can
Last
see.
Whisper. But I would actually
A lot of
be
options.
intrigued. That is a strong early Yasuo, potentially going over. But for now, would you like to switch to another player, such as Nightmare Twig in first place?
Yeah, sure.
Let's go over to Nightmare Twig and see what is happening.
Early Karma.
Early Karma, early Morgana. And there's the
Zero Shogun
Gragas.
Karma. This is the 4 Dawnbringer plus Gragas. No Riven to note of, but the early Karma is pretty big. If that Karma gets to live, she pumps out a lot of damage in the early game.
Yeah.
But not having a lot of units means that Karma can be hard to protect. But here
Kame
oh
nearly got it off. Ability being cancelled by the death.
yeah, Nightmare Twig gonna lose their win streak, I assume, and is gonna see the armory, the 3-2 armory. Let's see what it is in store for Nightmare Twig. I'm assuming they want AP for their Karma.
Kama's items are generally like Jeweled Gauntlet. You can either go the IE Jeweled Gauntlet build, or Shadow Gloves is a huge item.
Sacrificial Gauntlet is my first thought.
Yeah, Sacrificial Gauntlet, hopefully maybe going into a Gunblade as well, is the second Karma build. But looking instead, maybe going to ZZ Rot on the Morgana.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes. Recurve Bow isn't used in a lot of Karma items. Recurve Bow can go into Riven items though. Runin's Hurricane, Rapid Fire Cannon, Guinsu's even. Nope, there's a Riven.
There's a Riven, but will it be picked up? Deluxe as well, also another decent tech choice, being able to splash in for Mystics.
Okay, picks the Riven over. I think Yasuo can be yes. I see. I think the Yasuo can also be put in this comp as well instead of Vladimir, and you can get Nightbringer in and Legionnaire. Renewal might be better. Who knows? But here we have Seiken with the Infinity Edge, Last Whisper, Wrist Thirster, Kha'Zix going crazy. The item holder. Kha'Zix's typical role.
But I guess you were right once again. Seems like it's just going to go on to Draven a bit later on. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, he sold his Kha'Zix. That would have been an early 6 ringer.
Oh.
Is that stronger? I don't
No,
even know if that's
I
stronger.
would not say that is stronger since you don't really have any tanky units. Yeah, you get the
No, but the Dawnbringer tanks for you. got a
Dawnbringer tanks and you
Gragas?
got the HP. Yeah, but the max HP on the Gragas, even if you do okay with the Warmogs, definitely would have been better.
I'm just like, what are you talking about? Like the
Yeah,
early
I
6
didn't-
Dawnbringer, Warmog's Gragas.
I didn't expect he would sell as Morgana though. That actually,
I mean-
actually not sure if I'm a big fan of that.
He's level 6. If he's putting in 6 Dawnbringer, he's selling the Morgana. Because otherwise he wouldn't be able to fit the Morgana.
Yeah, but he doesn't have the 6 Dawnbringers.
But he just rolled down. I think he's looking for Kha'Zix again. Can put 6 Dawnbringer in, Warmogs to tank, and I don't know. Like, having an early Karma means you do get the early 6 Dawnbringer online, so I guess we'll have to see where this goes. I'm very intrigued, actually.
Going from first place all the way down to 5th in a matter of a few rounds. That is a tier.
Sacrificial Gauntlet or Hand of Vengeance? Where do you go with this?
Oh,
My thought is sacrificial.
Gauntlet. Sacrificial Gauntlet 100% of the time, unless you
Yeah.
have to get the tier.
Yep. And the nice thing was, since he had a Shadow Glove, he didn't need to grab the Shadow Rod to get the Sacrificial Gauntlet. As long as one of your items is a Shadow item, the end result will be a Shadow item. So if one of your components is a Shadow component, you can have like Sacrificial Gauntlet, that sort of thing.
I'm glad they didn't make it so if you had 2 shadow items, it reverts back into a normal item. But I kind of wish they did, because that would have been a little bit more troll and fun.
I think that would have added a lot more complexity, but that would have made things so complicated.
Would have made it a bit too much forehead for the average player, which I can understand.
Sorry for being the average player.
No, you're just talking like you're the average player. I'm the one who's just like losing generally.
Yes. Either way, average player, and Nightmare Twig's gonna head into another match against Purple Fish.
And Purple Fish are
It's running Nightmare Yasuo, Hand of Vengeance, Recurve Bow. We're expecting that Recurve Bow maybe with another Recurve Bow or Negatron is gonna turn into Runins or
that Karma damage finally starting to pop off.
Oh, with that Sacrificial Gauntlet and the triple cast out of the Karma, just that was pure ecstasy.
One thing I do want to mention about the Karma comp, the most important factor is somehow triggering your other unit's Dawnbringer while protecting the Karma.
Yeah,
Because you
and
want Karma to survive as long as possible, but also get the boosted damage from each other unit.
Yep. Like Karma scales really well far into the fight because of those reasons that you mentioned. But another thing I'd also like to mention is Karma's spell is an AoE, so when units clump up together like that, the triple cast can work wonders.
triple cast is just
Oh,
mwah.
here's another Yasuo player. Rapid fire cannon runins.
I don't mind the Shadow Rapid Fire Cannon, but that build usually requires you to go 2 Rapid Fire Cannons onto Yasuo.
It could, or you could just grab the extra range and then just sack a little bit of attack speed, which is what KR Mentals was probably forced to do. He
Yeah,
just
no,
needs a tank item on the Yasuo. I could see a second rapid fire cannon doing really well.
the main idea of the Rapid Fire Cannon Yasuo is you can't hit the Yasuo, and then he just starts stacking up true damage really quickly because of the second part of Shadow Rapid Fire Cannon, where it gains bonus attack speed as long as an enemy isn't nearby.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
then
so
you
you
chuck
will
a
lose a
Lucian
little
at
bit
it.
of attack speed, getting a shadow rapid fire cannon over a normal rapid fire cannon.
Yes.
But I
But the
still think it's
payout is
fine.
ooh.
Spatula.
Now, what is in the final orb? If this is a giant's
Dawnbringer.
oh,
Ooh, things are getting spicy. We can get a 6 Stormbringer on board right now if they put
and
in
that's
the
a KO.
Kale or Mordekaiser.
Logically speaking, Mordekaiser is 100% better, but oh,
I don't know
decides
what Nightmare Tweak
not.
is looking for. Invoker is the choice. Dawnbringer is going somewhere. Oh, he didn't even need the giant spell because he had a giant spell on the
Oh wow, I
Gragas,
didn't
yeah.
even. I completely
I
forgot about
forgot
it.
about it until he grabbed it. Oh, Tarek's big.
Ooh, Tarek's big. Can pick up the Kindred for a little bit later, but probably not the best idea. Trying to save some money.
Yeah,
Now,
he did
a,
roll
ch-
down quite a bit.
a choice he could make right now is
Ooh.
the Giant Slayer
Watch.
on the Karma.
No,
But
not before the armory. Not before the armory, and he's gonna take knocked out, take a lot of damage.
But you have to remember now, it might not be an armory. There's always the chance.
Oh yes, they did make that change.
There we
You're
go.
right.
No armory.
Kha'Zix.
Pick up the Kha'Zix, please. I want to see this 8 Dawnbringer. No? Okay. Ooh.
Looking for karma. Wants
Looking for
that karma upgrade.
Gets Tarek.
Oh,
The
there's the
Ivan
Ivan.
coming out. I'm trying to think. So the 4 Invokers are set right. So it's Teemo, Ivan, Karma, and then Syndra.
Yes, correct.
Do you think it's more worth keeping the Syndra around on your board over something like a 2-star Riven at the moment or a Soraka? Just-
I think keeping a Syndra on your board is definitely worth it, but it just depends on where Nightmare Twig wants to go with this. I also like to note that Kha'Zix still has all the items. It depends on where you want to go with this, and it's up to the player because you could very much the fact that Nightmare Twig is rolling tells me that he's not really looking for 4 invokers. Because if he was looking for Teemo, he'll be going to level 8.
Then I'm just more curious what he's looking for. Not saving up, trying to get to the Garen, one of the stronger points. Never mind.
I mean, I said what he was looking for. He was looking for 2-star Karma.
And there's the 2-star Karma right there.
Yeah. That Dawnbringer, I wonder if it's going to move over to the Taric.
I kind of wanted to stay on the Ivan.
I'm just not too sure because he's buying Tarics, man. He's buying Tarics and he's looking for 2-star Taric. I'm just
wouldn't
trying to
mind-
think about where the final comp is going. He might just be keeping the Taric for 2-star Knights. Taric 2-star is pretty strong frontliner anyway. You can continue.
I'm just trying to think. Like, I'm looking at direction to comp. This might be a bit of a weird opinion. I wouldn't mind him selling the Ivan or the Riven to pick up that 2-star Taric. Just a
I
bit
wouldn't
more
mind it
bulk,
either.
a bit more defensive. Another thing that Nightmare Twig's not doing is protecting his Karma in the backline. There are a lot of assassin players so far. And he's not really bunching around his Karma, instead more going for an open approach.
IH?
I kind of want to say
Sacrificial IH?
sacrificial edge is risky because you're losing a lot of HP. I am
Yeah.
actually a fan of the Shadow Gunblade on Karma personally, but not going for that.
I'm a fan with the giant spell pickup. It's a second Warmogs. You can put double Warmogs onto your Garen. means a lot more
Ooh.
cast. Not punished for not buying the Tarek. That's good for Nightmare Twig, but his economy is in shambles.
Stack on level 7. Unless he high rolls to Garen, they're probably not going to get it for a while. But who
Yeah.
knows? Weirder things have happened. Yet, as you said, going for the double Warmogs, that's a tanky Gragas.
That it does scale very well with the Dawnbringer buff because Dawnbringer heals percent HP, I believe. But also on Garen, it just means you get so many more casts. And I believe his shield actually does a percent of his health as well. So it's just really nice item on the Garen.
I'm more wondering what will happen with the Karma's final item here. I want to see either a
Trap Claw.
Gunblade, Trap Claw.
No, I mean
Not
the
on
Trap
that.
Claw just cast like just went
Oh,
off.
that's
The
what you
Karma
meant.
got stunned.
I now see what you mean, but it doesn't seem to matter.
I mean,
Karma.
that Karma was stunned for quite a while, and that means she wasn't putting out damage. That Vel'Koz is still alive. They separated.
Oh, I'm not sure if you just saw that, but both Faris and Lux walked out of the Karma's abilities.
Oh yeah, the combo ability did miss, huh? I was more focused on the fact that they like both the units separated, so that means the Karma could only one-shot one of them.
That was so sad. Both
I'm-
Faris and Lux just walking forward and dodging Karma.
It is very, very unfortunate, especially since Nightmare Twig is only on 26 HP. So I don't know if Nightmare Twig's going to be able to hit this Garen.
I highly doubt he's going to be able to hit this Garen, if I'm
With
going to
where
be
his
honest.
economy is, yeah.
Yeah, no, he needed to either just keep his econ and just
Oh,
try and find that Karma, but
the
this is
Diana, watch the Diana's positioning. She is gonna bring in that Karma when she casts.
that Diana's
Nothing's
about
protecting
to
you.
ult,
Oh,
and
that's so much
Karma
damage.
is gone.
That's a
Nightbringer
big
Dragon
hit.
Slayer, one of the stronger comps at the moment. In
Not-
my
not-
own.
Not just that, but the Diana, just a unit with 3 offensive traits on her, Dragon Slayer, Nightbringer, Assassin, all buffing her damage. But even more than that, if a Diana is placed well, her ability can just destroy a backline, bring the backline forward to the front. And that means it's fair game for the rest of the Legionnaires to destroy your backline carry.
And I don't know if you noticed, but she was also holding a very frozen. I'm not sure what the Dark Frozen Heart's called.
Dark Frozen Heart.
Dark Frozen Heart. Wow, how original. Anyway, stopping the Karma from actually attacking.
Yeah.
Slowing down a lot of the damage, allowing Pantheon just to buy some time. And
Magnetic remover. Ooh.
oh, unfortunately, this might just have to be a Giant Slayer on the Karma. It might be too risky trying to wait. And you could always
No.
magnetic remover it off if you have to.
Oh yes, you can. Okay, never mind. I agree with you.
Yeah, just put it-
I was gonna go in. I was gonna butt in and say I don't think Giant Slayer on Karma because you can still hit armories now.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
with the
no.
last patch, you can get full items and armories. But with the fact that you can magnetic remover it off, you're right.
Yeah,
Definitely is good.
just try and get as much value as you can.
Oh, another Yasuo player, Rapid Fire Cannon, Hodge, Hand of Vengeance. So it's not Hodge, but Hov. But either way,
Oh.
there's no Diana here, so that Karma is chugging away. One cast.
Thomas the
Cast.
Tank
And then
Engine
the triple
coming
cast,
in.
and they're all bunched up, they're all taking damage.
Oh, that is a juicy hit. And Karma misses again.
That Yasuo is also ramping up. Does he have enough true damage? Can he
No,
one-shot the
Yasuo-
Karma?
I'm not sure if you saw that, but Hands of Vengeance actually turning off on the last hit, making him not able to heal. That is...
Reforger?
Even Reforger isn't that good here. Maybe
No,
Reforger Giant Slayer.
Reforger. You
I
can
mean,
magnetic remover and you can reforger just the Giant Slayer. I don't think it's worth it. It might be. It's if you want to take the role.
it seems... No, don't put it on. Oh,
okay, there we go. No, he put it on so that he can reforge it.
I thought Reforger worked that if you reforge an item, it stays on the unit.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, okay. I should probably stop buying units to reforge on then. I've learned something new.
No Garens. See, rolling at level 7 for 1% Garen is a little bit rough. It's probably looking really rough for Nightmare Twig here. The Diana's on the wrong side, but that Katarina is going to get backline access into that Karma.
Katarina
It's going to target her as well. Didn't get one shot? That's big.
It's maybe big, but Katarina just finishing the job.
No, that Karma managed to get a triple cast off before she died. She killed 4 units at once. That Daisy
Oh.
one-shotting that Katarina, well, not one-shotting, but killing the Katarina, that was enough for Nightmare Twig to get back into this fight. And Truth is out in 8th place. I must have missed it. Seiken and Frame TFT also not far behind.
Finding to Viego, but not the 5-star you're looking for, but definitely
I think
hype.
Nightmare Twig is just donkey rolling for that Garen, but it can be half hard, 1% rolling chances at level 7.
The other comps are looking kind of strong
Looking
here.
at the Invoker, yeah.
There's another Karma going from the 6th player, if you remember earlier.
So since you're saying the other comps are looking kind of strong here, I wanted to swap off to someone else.
Oh, who do you want to go to?
Well, too late now. We're going to stay on Nightmare Twig for one more round. That is a Dragon Slayer Viego 2-star. This is looking very grim as that Diana is on the Karma. The Karma, can you kill enough
Oh no.
before the Diana casts off? She's getting her mana up. Soraka! The Soraka cast.
Soraka's casted, but it's not going to be enough.
No, it bought so much time. That Karma killed so many more units. But you are right, it wasn't enough.
Nightmare Twig dying. Well, at least we can change to another view now. But Seiken also falling out here.
Alright, we'll swap over to Purple Fish. We'll watch the carousel.
Watching Purple Fish. But now that's 2 players out of the fight. 3 in total, but oh, a few good items. Cavalier Spats.
Oh, no, that's fine, that's fine.
Skirmisher Spat also being available, which is a nice general spat, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, you can get rid of, I guess, the Jax.
Oh.
My thought was, oh,
the quality of this.
Awkward.
We apologize for the quality of the stream at the moment.
Yeah, this player does not have very good resolution right now. It's lagging, I think. I would have grabbed Cavalier to grab 3 Cavalier for your Yasuo, but I would have said for Mordekaiser. I would have said for Mordekaiser, but Mordekaiser has 3 items.
I'd say no, Cavalier Yasuo is just as strong.
No, Cavalier Mordekaiser is really funny. But either way, we might just watch one match from this perspective because it's very, very choppy.
I might just watch the Frame TFT to watch it in high definition.
Yeah, maybe. Let's do that. The same fight, better definition.
The same fight going on. The Katarina getting into the backline, not dying, able to get the second cast off.
Blue buff, Eye Edge, Gunblade. Those are practically perfect Katarina items.
I love this Katarina. A Viego coming in. The 6 assassins.
4 Forgotten. You can get rid of Hecarim if you wanted to. Put in 3 dragons.
You need him for the 2 Cavaliers at the moment, which is why it's being kept around. Oh, never mind.
No. No, you can definitely put in 2 Dragon Slayer, and it's probably going to be a bit better, or even just Mystic. I'll be fine with Mystic. It's definitely
one thing I want to know.
Yes.
Is he going to put... What other unit do you think he will put in? Do you think he will get a Mystic in the end? Will he get... I'm hoping for an Ironclad.
It's probably... He's got 0 gold, so he's probably going to take what he can. Diana cast going off, but that Katarina's still killing everything. Everything is dead. Your backline is dead. Patty the Panda taking 17 damage, but Patty the Panda is not dead.
Oh, okay. And now looking at Purple Fish, managing to kill KR Metals, and the top 4 has been decided for the final match of the day.
GA.
GA coming out.
GA Rise or GA Viego? Oh. But, like, what you said, what was the other thing going to be? Might just be a second Katarina, because that Katarina is getting the Forgotten buff and the Assassin buff as well. With 2-star, that's pretty good. Or you could put Dragon Slayer in.
I think... Honestly, I think Dragon Slayer might be a fantastic choice.
I think it's a fantastic choice, but I think keeping 2 Katarinas in is also
extremely viable.
Yeah, because you can GA one of your Katarinas now, actually.
And that's... Ooh, the Darius would have actually been... Oh, okay.
The upgrade.
I was actually going to say, getting the Darius in wouldn't have been that bad, but... GA going on Viego in the end.
Definitely wouldn't have. Is scouting there. You see, this is a thing that a lot of players do. They will pick up their unit and then scout around, and then they can see their unit, and then they'll press spacebar at last moment, and then just place their unit down. Gonna pick up the Katarina in the shop, are you, Frame?
He's got the Nunu to sell. I
Oh,
hope
the
he does.
Katarina is straight onto that Draven.
Straight onto the Draven. Just needs to hit him, and it looks like that's over.
Viego.
Viego picking up the Draven.
But Frame TFT has a Katarina in the shop. I wonder if Frame TFT even wants a 3-star Katarina, or is two stars Katarina's better here? That's my question.
No, I'd say the 3-star Katarina is. Ooh.
I would say 3-star Katarina is better
Oh
in a
my
battle.
lord, he missed the 3-star Katarina.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
no, he got
never
it.
mind.
Do you do this? Because if you 3-star this Katarina, you're not getting anything. You could sell the Hecarim and grab Lulu for Mystic.
No, the damage increase on 3-star Katarina is actually significant.
It's big, but it means that he doesn't have much of another unit to be putting in. So it's just like one unit getting a lot stronger, or you're gonna have two really strong units. That's my thought. But he could
No,
definitely sell. He could
I
definitely sell the Hecarim for Lulu for Mystic, or like keeping the Cavalier here is good because that Hecarim, like that 8th slot, is kind of like negligible.
I still disagree because the Katarina damage, the second thing about it is the Gunblade actually becomes significantly stronger with the shield, especially at 3 stars compared to 2 stars.
Yep, that's why it's unclear to me. Oh, that Katarina is going to one-shot the Yasuo. Never mind, Nightbringer is going to keep the Yasuo alive. Yasuo is still alive. Katarina is going to target that Yasuo. That Yasuo is chugging away, and he's going to kill that Katarina.
Oh, 3-star Yasuo, 2-star Mordekaiser just didn't die.
All right, we're going to swap to... we can't
Never
swap.
mind, Purplefish comes out for the win.
Purple Fish coming out for the win right away with that. What was it, the Yasuo?
It was the Yasuo. Oh my, wow.
And we're going to take a look at the final look at the results. Purple Fish coming in first place with a Nightbringer, Dragon Slayer build. The classic 4 Nightbringer, 4 Dragon Slayer. Sadaharu in second place with a lot of units, probably with a Force of Darkness, Fame TFT, Assassin's Player, Paddy the Panda in 4th, KR Mentals in 5th, Nightmare Twig gets 6th, Seiken 7th, and Truth in 8th.
What a exciting game to finish it off at the end. I did not expect that Yasuo and Mordekaiser just to clutch that final round out. Hopefully we can talk to Purplefish in the next few seconds.
We'll see if we can message Purple Fish and get him online. Let's see if he's able to unmute and talk to us. But for now, that was a pretty exciting game. How do you feel about it, Penguin?
I am pumping with adrenaline. That was so nice to watch as a final game. I tell
And
you
it
my
looked-
favorite part?
Yes?
Look at the units. Do you see any Vladimirs or Warwicks?
I mean, I'm a Vladimir Warwick fan. I wouldn't say that's my favorite part. I would say that's the worst part about the game. But either
Oh my-
way, it looks like we have Purple Fish on here to talk to us about that game. Hello, Purple Fish.
Hey, hey. Yeah, it was a good game.
It was a good game?
Always,
do you
always happy
feel?
to pull out a first, yeah.
Yeah. With that first, I believe you've been getting a lot of top 4s.
I think I had a fourth and a third earlier, so yeah, pretty happy.
Top 4s, like even not just this week, but also like in previous weeks as well. So how do you feel about your chances on being the top 8 on the ladder right now?
I'm feeling okay about it. I'm getting a lot of top fours, but I'm also getting a lot of eights. So I don't think I've had any 5 through 7s. I've just been like top 4 or 8th. So it's a little bit up and down. I really haven't played much on this patch. I'm just forcing Yasuo every game.
Yeah,
So
and
it kind of
forcing
worked out.
comps.
When it works, works. When it doesn't work, you get it, you go 8th. So yeah, it is what it is.
The
It's
nature of
what it is.
TFT.
But hey, it seems to be working pretty well, especially with the Yasuo comp. Is there any signs for you to say that, oh, I can definitely build it, or like, I'm probably not going to do that well this game? Or is it just more waiting for the chance?
This game I got Shadow Hodge early, and Shadow Hodge I think is really flexible, so I like it. I saw like half the lobby. Someone hit Yasuo too at like round 2 or something, stage 2. Like
Yes.
there were like 4 Yasuo players. It felt like everyone was playing Dragon Slayers or something. So I was gonna pivot really hard. And then I hit a Yasuo 2 and I hit a Mordekaiser 1, and I thought, I've got a Shadow Hodge, I've got a bow. I got the RFC off the next carousel, and I figured, I can probably make this work still, and it's the comp that I'm most comfortable with. So it's better than trying to find a last minute pivot with my items to Draven, which already had someone playing it as well.
Yep, and as always, when a lot of people are contesting the comp, one person always comes out on top. So you must be pretty excited with your first place finish. Thank you for that, Purple Fish. Do you have anything to add, Penguin?
I just want to say congratulations on getting first place once again.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, we'll let you head off. I was about to say to prepare for your next match, but your next match is going to be next week. You got plenty of time. That means that should be the end of the stream, the end of this round for now. I
I'm
want to
afraid
see if we have any results from the other matches. I think the other matches are still running because we did start very, very early.
no other match has finished yet. You're completely correct. We are actually early for once.
Yeah, we're the first match to finish, so I don't know if we want to wait for the other matches to finish or if we want to fill in a little bit more time. We could probably just end the stream right now.
I'd say let's end it off here. Once the results come out, we will update you all on our leaderboard, which can be found on the ACE website.
Yep, that is on the stream right now. esports.org.au. Please visit. Take a look if you're curious about the last two matches. Other than that, I've been Vinny, and this is Penguin, my co-caster.
And it's been a pleasure co-casting with you, and a pleasure for everyone watching us to be able to see this.
Yeah, we'll see you next week.